As planned, the non-district season was a gauntlet for the Westlake Chaparrals, and while they emerged with a 1-3 record, the Chaps begin their quest for a district championship. A year ago, Westlake atoned for a 2010 slip-up against the Bowie Bulldogs that cost the Chaps an outright district title. In 2011, a 35-0 bashing of Bowie secured Westlake's sole possession of district hardware. In 2012, Bowie stumbled to an 0-2 start, but back-to-back wins have the Dogs drooling to ruin homecoming. It's Bowie and Westlake, and it's coming up next.
This winter, prepare to be amazed as Elisa's Dance Academy and the Westlake Symphonic Orchestra come together to perform a variety of holiday favorites. For the 8th year, audiences will be astounded by concert-quality music and dramatic visual effects in a stunning production perfect for all ages. Join us December 6th, 7th, and 8th as the Westlake Technical Entertainment Crew and Lexus of Austin present the Nutcracker Spectacular.
We welcome you to the UFCU broadcast booth live, and we welcome you to what is a fantastic opportunity to bring you live coverage of Westlake football tonight. The District 15-5A opener. It's Westlake and Bowie, longtime rivals. Joe Taylor alongside John Nidell, Matt Nader in just a moment. But not only is it a longtime rival, and not only is there electricity in the air, John, it's homecoming and it's Ebby Neptune night as well. So a historic night here in Westlake.
Yeah, Bowie is always a team that Westlake gets fired up for, and vice versa. Obviously, Bowie always excited to play Westlake. So just a different feel in the air for homecoming. You're playing Bowie, you're opening up district play. It's going to be a fun district season, and hopefully Westlake can get back into the winning ways after 1-3 non-district.
Yeah, the 1-3 gauntlet over, and obviously you heard the head coach of the Westlake Chaparrals, Darren Allman, talk about it in our pregame show on the radio. And we'd like to welcome all of you to our live coverage here. We're going to go down to the sidelines, and Matt Nader, Matt, with some quick pregame thoughts.
Yeah, first off, I just want to give a shout out to the Neptune family as well as the Balthazar family, who were the first initiators in 2002 to get that AED to Westlake. They purchased it, donated it, and that was the same AED that saved my life in 2006. And so shout out to them for that. Bowie Westlake, you know, as far as I'm concerned, it's an emotional game within an emotional sport. I kind of consider it to be like the UT Texas Tech game, crosstown rivals, cross-state rivals. It's one of those games that, you know, no matter what happens, at the end of the game, it's going to come down to the wire because they're two emotional teams. They're rivals. And like you said earlier, it's going to come down to tenacity and mentality and who wants to get the victory in the fourth quarter.
He's Matt Nader. We'll pause 60 seconds. This is Westlake football.
At the Vince Young Steakhouse, we take pride that we are 100% locally owned and operated. Every recipe and dish is prepared from scratch with seasonal and local ingredients, ensuring great taste and consistent quality. So whether you're wanting a fine dining experience for 2 or a private dining room for 20, the Vince Young Steakhouse is the perfect place for your next night out. Conveniently located in the heart of downtown at 3rd and San Jacinto. Call 45 Steak for reservations or visit us online at vinceyoungsteakhouse.com. Vince Young Steakhouse, different from the herd.
At age 40, attorney and Marine Corps reservist David Little was the picture of health until the left side of his body went completely numb.
We were on the phone while he was driving home when he suddenly stopped talking.
My dad had a stroke when he was driving me home.
I'm just really glad he ended up at St. David's, South Austin.
St. David's, South Austin saved my life.
Do you know what to do in an emergency? Visit stdavids.com to learn more.
And we welcome you back to live coverage of Westlake football. Of course, if you're listening on the radio live, it's 1490 AM The Word, KLGO. Joe Taylor alongside John Nidell. Matt Nader down on the sidelines. Westlake in their home red jerseys. The brand new red jerseys with the blue numerals trimmed in white. The silver helmet with the red Westlake blocked W on the side. The silver pants. And their road whites are the Bowie Bulldogs. They are dressed in the white jerseys, the black numerals trimmed in red, the black pants, the black Bowie helmet. And in difference this year, as realignment has occurred, Bowie opting to ditch the block letter B. They're going just for a bulldog. So they have that logo, that bulldog, on both sides of their helmet. Tonight's kickoff is brought to you by Texas Honey Ham. Kick off your Saturday or any day with breakfast at Texas Honey Ham. No matter when your day starts, you'll always have breakfast waiting at the Texas Honey Ham Company, located behind the Wells Fargo at Bee Cave and West Bank. Kick it off for the Bowie Bulldogs will be Caleb Garza. He'll put his right foot into this one, and his football will go right to left on your radio dial, on your Shap app, and of course inside the stadium on your radio dial at 87.7 FM, your Shap signal inside Chaparral Stadium. With that, we go to tonight's impact players. We take a look at them. It's Jordan Sievert and Austin Eschenberger. Those impact players, of course, proud sponsors by Ticket City. Make sure you click on ticketcity.com anytime you need tickets or call 1-800-SOLD-OUT. Jordan Sievert along with Austin Eschenberger. It's a quarterback kind of night, and Jordan will get the opportunity first. We take a look at the starting lineups across the offensive line. It'll be Liam Hanna, Judge Finley, Bobby Dwyer, Taylor Works, and Will Copa. Of course, Hanna and Copa getting the starts tonight. And we'll give you the backs and receivers and, of course, the backfield as well after this snap. But Jordan Sievert with a back on either side. Play action on 1st down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Now Sievert trying to reverse his field and does. To the 25, out to the 30-yard line, and picks up 6 yards. We take a look at the receivers now. It'll be the tight end, Zach Dansby, of course, Patrick Elliott, Harrison Lyons, Brandon Box, and Brendan Cox will get an opportunity. We'll also see a little bit of John Rhodes as he is back from his injury-riddled junior season. The backfield, Chris Canner, the halfback, Ben Slaughter, the starting tailback, and, of course, Jordan Sievert, the quarterback, 6'4", 220-pounder, has had a rough go of it, a couple of turnovers in the third quarter, really got things going for Steele. 28 unanswered points after the halftime score a week ago. The handoff goes right up the gut, and this time it's Alex Chavez. Alex Chavez also battling injuries, and this time, Ben Slaughter actually getting the opportunity there on his first carry. Slaughter picks up the first down past the 35-yard line out to the 37. And we take a look at the Bulldog defense across the line of scrimmage. The ends, Jason Ayers and Clark Shellhorse. Miles Dixon is the nose guard. The linebackers, Logan Martin and Jason Disney on the outside. Inside is Ryan Taylor and Zach Kahns. We'll get you the defensive backfield after this 1st down and 10 play from the Chaparral 37-yard line. Now just trying to get back to the line of scrimmage is Jordan Sievert as he puts his hand in front of one would-be defender and gets back to the line of scrimmage. The defensive backfield, the corners, 3-year starter, Camara Capel, Lewis Anderson on the other side, and in the middle, Preston Oliver at free safety, and that rover is Tyler Walker. Now, in years past, John Bowie's gone to that 3-3 stack look. This time they had the personnel to go 4-3, 3-4, and disguise a lot of their defensive looks. And on 2nd down and officially 10, we'll see going in motion is Patrick Elliott to the left side of the formation. A quick screen pass to the 40, out to the 45-yard line. And that screen pass is complete on the far side to Brandon Box. Box picking up 7 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 3. 3rd down, a big down for Westlake this week.
Exactly, and 3rd down and 3 is what you want on 3rd down, a 3rd and short. But this offensive line already, I can already see a difference by this offensive line, playing good football. And the thing I'm going to watch tonight is the exchanges, not only on the snaps, but on the handoffs to the running back.
3rd down and 3 here. We'll get to Matt Nader in just a moment. 2 wide receivers here to the near side right. And the pistol to the left. Again, Canner, the halfback, and Slaughter, the tailback, to the left of Jordan Sievert. The handoff going straight up the middle. Now bouncing it outside is Slaughter to the 50. Inside Bowie territory, and he picks up positive yardage to the 44-yard line. And it's a 1st down for Westlake. Matt Nader.
They're doing a great job of getting off the ball, inviting the defender to come upfield, and then cutting them down. It looks like this front line for the Bulldogs is aggressive. They have a motor, and so cutting these guys down is going to make them think twice before going all out and bull rushing.
Now, good energy, and I know a guy that would probably like to be out there creating his own holes is Matt Nader down on the sideline, presented by TicketCity.com. 2 wide receivers to the far side left on 1st and 10 from the Bowie 44. Back to pass, going deep. Jordan has a man wide open, and it's Brandon Box, and he makes the grab. Brandon Box comes down with it. And just like that, the Chaparral score first. They draw first blood, a 44-yard strike, touchdown Westlake.
And you know, a lot of frustration probably being lifted off the shoulders of Jordan Sievert and this entire Westlake offense. You see the 51-yard bomb here from Jordan Sievert to Brandon Box. Got behind the defense, made a nice catch, had to wait on it a little bit at the 3-yard line, but nevertheless, a big touchdown for Westlake early in this first quarter.
The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Michael Barton with the extra point. 9:19 remaining in the first quarter, and it is Westlake 7, Bowie nothing, live from Chaparral Stadium. This is Westlake football.
For 102 years, the Coverts have set the standard for car dealers in Central Texas. Hi, I'm Jenny Covert, and your parents, grandparents, and even some of your great-grandparents have shopped with my family. Our service, our inventory, and of course, our low Covert price are the reasons over 1 million customers come back again and again. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Auto Group, Austin, Bastrop, and Hutto.
On game days, You see me running out here with close to 100 other people. It's a team effort. It takes all of us to make UT football a success. It's a lot like you and your finances. You need to surround yourself with the best people in the business. That's where University Federal Credit Union comes in. The UFCU team works hard to make sure your financial game plan is always in shape. University of Texas Athletics and University Federal. So close, we share the same name.
And we welcome you back to Chaparral Stadium, live from the UFCU broadcast booth. A 6-play, 75-yard drive took 2 minutes and 41 seconds off the clock. A 44-yard touchdown reception for Brandon Box, his 4th of the season. And for Jordan Sievert, his 5th touchdown pass of the year. And for Jordan, that's the one that he wanted all year long, the touch pass deep, and he's got it for Brandon Box. The Salon at the Domain, proud sponsors of the Salon at the Domain scoring drive. Make sure you give them a call or plug this into your phone, 832-8000. 832-8000, the Salon at the Domain, located next to Dillard's, across from Maggiano's Italian restaurant. Make sure you give them a call today or visit their website, thesalonatthedomain.com. An end-over-end kick that's going to fall short for Barton, and bringing it out for the Bowie Bulldogs will be Camera Capel, and Capel advancing the ball out to the 21-yard line, so it's a 20-yard gain, and it will be 1st and 10 for Bowie as we meet the defense for the Westlake Chaparrals. Along the defensive line, we take a look at defensive end Anthony Patino, Jacob Mansour moving from the inside linebacker position to the nose guard. And again, we try to bring up our graphic on television for you here. It's Anthony Patino, Jacob Mansour, and Justin Miller along the defensive line. The linebackers outside, Karsten Hood with 11 tackles last week. Noah Thompson along with Brecken Hager and Hudson Hall on the first play for Bowie. We'll get the defensive backfield here in just a moment. It's an official timeout here, so while we have the opportunity, we'll introduce the defensive backfield here. The corners are Bennett Huddleston and Carson Spencer, and John Dodd and Jack Meredith. Important note here, Brecken Hager, the sophomore, moving from the defensive end position back into an inside linebacker position, a la his father, Britt Hager. And when the Westlake Chaparrals go 4-3, they're going to put 4 to 5 guys up on the line of scrimmage, and Brecken will be one of those guys that can just move around. But sophomores along the inside linebacking core here for the Chaparrals on 1st down and 10 from the 21-yard line. The handoff will go to Brandon Scott, and Scott just across the line of scrimmage, a gain of 2 yards out to the 23-yard line. So about a gain of 1.5 yards. The ball right in the middle of the field. Nice stop there, just getting a huge pop or a number of Chaparrals.
Yeah, and it was Jack Meredith coming up from his safety spot that got the big hit on the ball carrier there. Great job in run support by the Westlake safety.
So on 2nd down and what is officially 8, the handoff will be faked. Eschenberg rolling right, still looking, fires downfield, has a man, and it is caught. And for the Bowie offense, making that grab across the field was Steve Johnson. Steve Johnson coming out of that fullback position. And check that, it's John Subia, the senior, with his 16th catch, has 228 yards receiving coming into this ballgame, and you can see why. They move the pocket right and left. We'll get to the offense here for Bowie in just a moment, but it's good for a 1st down. 1st down attempt from the Bowie 38-yard line. The inside handoff to Johnson. It moves left, and now he breaks it back right as he crosses the right side of the field just outside the numbers into Chaparral territory, inside the 45-yard line down to the 44. So a little counter gap play there for Stevie Johnson, and it's good for a huge pickup there. A nice gain of 18 yards at a 1st down for Bowie.
And initially good defense there on the short side of the field, cutting off that run play, but a little bit of over pursuit by the backside of that Westlake defense. He was able to cut back and get some nice yardage.
Again, we'll get you the starting lineups here along the line of scrimmage, and of course the backs and receivers. On 1st down and 10 from the Chaparral 44-yard line. One back into the inside, and that is Eschenberger firing outside to the far side to Jake Walton with a 7-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down and 3 across the line of scrimmage. The tackles are Clayton Law and Dylan Fuller. The guards are Keith McClonahan and Jacob McAngus, and Dominic Arocha is the center. The receivers, Jake Walton, John Subia, Bryson Hoskins, along with Mac Magara. We'll see Trent Olson and John Subia as well. We told you about the backfield. Brandon Scott, the tailback, Joe Davis, the fullback. Here's the play action on 2nd down and a long 2, and that pass to the right side of the field and is incomplete. Intended on the near side for Trent Olson, and it's incomplete. 3rd down and a long 2 coming up here for Bowie. We talked about Brandon Scott, 30 carries, 98 yards, a couple of touchdowns, 45 carries to lead all runners for the Bowie offense is Eschenberg, and the junior with 181 yards, 4 touchdowns. And a couple of weeks ago, it was back-to-back touchdowns in the fourth quarter against Round Rock. 2 one-yard runs by Eschenberger that gave the Bowie Bulldogs the lead in a 1-point win. This time, the handoff goes to Scott. Scott bouncing it outside, turns the corner at the 30, inside the 25, down to the 20, and he's knocked down at the 15-yard line. First down for Bowie, and a big gain of 21 yards, but a flag has been thrown. And it will be holding, so that brilliant run of 21 is no more, as Bowie will have to force now a 3rd down and long play.
And a big penalty right there. We've talked so many times in the non-district schedule about Westlake.
Replay 3rd down.
Having drive-killing penalties, holding penalties, false starts. Right there, it's Bowie with the big penalty. Now brings up a 3rd and long in this Westlake defense. It's a little bit of a reprieve right here on this drive.
After they line it up here at the 46-yard line, 2 wide receivers each way as they spread Westlake out here on 3rd down and 12. Ball moving all the way back to the 46-yard line. Play action. Eschenberger with time now rolls right on the bootleg. Still looking downfield. Doesn't have anybody. Gets rid of it, and that pass is on his own bench, out of bounds. So it will be 4th down. And with that penalty, how huge was it? Well, it was going to be at least field goal range for Caleb Garza, who is 2 of 3 on the season, but now well out of field goal range here tonight in this opening drive for Bowie as they trail 7-0.
And Westlake has a big opportunity right here early in this first quarter to get off to a good start. They haven't gotten a big lead early in any football game this year so far. So could be a different feel to this football game if they can drive down this field on this drive and get a touchdown.
So now on 4th down, it will be Garza, who also doubles as the punter, averaging just over 39 yards a punt. And now a timeout is issued to Westlake. We will take it as well. 7:20 to play here in the first quarter. Westlake leading Bowie 7-0. This is Westlake football.
At age 40, attorney and Marine Corps reservist David Little was the picture of health until the left side of his body went completely numb.
We were on the phone while he was driving home when he suddenly stopped talking.
My dad had a stroke when he was driving me home.
I'm just really glad he ended up at St. David's, South Austin.
St. David's, South Austin saved my life.
Do you know what to do in an emergency? Visit stdavids.com to learn more.
Beyond companionship, there are other reasons we call dog man's best friend. For years, dogs have been trained to detect all kinds of things, like bed bugs. ABC's bedbug dog can detect bed bugs in the smallest cracks and crevices at any stage of development with amazing accuracy, even more accurate than the most skilled pest specialists. And accurate detection means quicker, more cost-effective elimination. If you suspect a bedbug problem, call us. ABC Home and Commercial Services, specialists for your environment.
Westlake taking their first time out of the half with a 7-0 lead here. We welcome you back to the UFCU broadcast booth here live at Chaparral Stadium. And Garza gets his punt away, and it is a horrible punt that goes off his right foot. And folks, I mean it. It went from the 44-yard line in Bowie territory to the 43-yard line, 45-yard line. It looks like they're going to mark him out. And it's only technically a net of a 4-yard punt, I believe, and it just was shanked immediately off of Caleb Garza. There was some pressure on him, but he had time to get that one away, and it just went right off the right side of his foot. Rick James, our referee, the umpire, Alberto Arichiga, and the head linesman is Andy Pena. Line judge is Terry Grondin. Back judge is Rick Reyna. Operating the clock, Marvin Cantor, and John Carter on the 25-second clock. Pretty good field position for Westlake, and firing a strike to Patrick Elliott is Jordan Sievert for a very quick gain into Bowie territory on first down. It goes from the Chaparral 43-yard line down to the Bowie 31, and a huge gain there of 26 yards and a first down, and Jordan Sievert coming out with a hot right arm.
Yeah, and you can just see the confidence in the pocket that he has right now, really setting that back foot and just firing it down the field with confidence. Elliott was open in the middle of the field, and a good throw.
A timeout has been called. We go down to the field, and Matt Nader. Matt?
Execution by both teams here, Joe. Obviously, that last drive stymied the Bulldog drive with a 5-yard penalty, which was looking up to manifesting some points for them. Great job by the Chaps in being able to plug and play, getting the best guys on the field. You know, sometimes it takes a few games to do that. Sometimes you got to plug and play like the Longhorns are doing right now, rolling in different defensive linemen, spelling those guys, putting the best guys on the field. But not only that, putting guys on the field who are playing 100% every play.
Thank you very much, Matt Nader down on the sideline. And Westlake with a 26-yard strike. They started the ball game with a 75-yard drive that culminated in a 44-yard touchdown pass to Brandon Box. And for the senior, that is his fourth touchdown. Came into the ball game tonight with 17 catches for 255 yards. As it looks like the rain is starting to fall here, we get a good look at it as we look up towards the lights at Chaparral Stadium. And it's a soft drizzle, if we will. I can describe it for you on the radio here, and you're listening live not only on the radio at 1490 AM, the word KLGO, but also listening on the Shap app. Make sure you go to the iTunes store, download the Westlake Shap app. Elliott going in motion on 1st and 10 from the Bowie 31. Handoff going to Slaughter. Slaughter bounces it out to the outside as he works his way to the near side of the field, inside the 25, down to the 23. A nice gain of 8 yards. It'll be second down coming up, and a big yardage, a big chunk of it on first down, John.
Yeah, and Taylor Works did a good job there of getting to the outside and getting a block on the outside to spring Ben Slaughter for a nice gain on first down. Anytime you can get those second down and shorts, you know your offense is working well.
Second down and 2. The ball marked at the Bowie 23-yard line along the right hash. 2 receivers here to the near side. Now Elliott going in motion. Play action. Jordan back to pass. Has a man. Now rolls right. Flag on the play. This one's coming back, but it's incomplete. Intended here to the near sideline to Brandon Box, but a flag thrown by the referee, Rick James, and this will be holding on Westlake. So on second down and 2, when we thought we were going to see second and short situation here and open up the playbook for Jeff Rhodes, he's going to have to dial up 1 on second down and long, John.
Yeah, you get a second down and short, and this happened to Bowie, except it was on third down, like we mentioned, and this just kills drives. It kills drives, but it's penalties that are going to happen as the season goes on, so you got to get used to.
10-yard penalty, previous spot, still second down.
You got to get used to your offense overcoming those penalties, and right now Jordan Sievert's looking real strong in the pocket. Looks like he has a lot of confidence, and receivers are getting open. So a second down and 11 or a second down and 12 shouldn't be anything that this Westlake offense can't overcome.
So with that, it's second down and 12. 2 wide receivers to the far side left, 1 here to the near side right. Pistol to the right, or to the left of the formation rather. Now rolling left, now a delayed handoff to Slaughter, and Bowie was not biting. Very nice play up front as Bowie getting in the middle of that play. It was Nick Ferris that came in and made one of the hits as well, but it looks like just an inside handoff, but a flag has been thrown again, and this time it's a chop block on Westlake. So back-to-back penalties, and you heard Darren Allman talk about it in our pregame interview. It's these types of mistakes, whether it's holding, chop block, something stalls drives, and Westlake with momentum. This back-to-back flags, momentum killer, John.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that the holding penalty that we saw in the last play, that's something that Coach Rhodes and Coach Allman will be able to live with because the guy's really giving great effort. Right there, I'm not so sure. I think it was one of the offensive linemen. The play was over. He dove at the legs of one of the Bowie defenders. I don't think that defender even knew where he was. I think he was diving at the back of his legs. So certainly not something you want to see. And it's a huge penalty, backing him up 15 more yards.
On the
That's
offense.
exactly right. Rick James
back towards
chop
the goal
block
line
on Westlake. So now where the drive originally started, right around the Westlake 43-yard line after a 4-yard net punt, as the ball went off of Caleb Garza's right foot and onto the Bowie sideline immediately. Westlake now will have the ball just inside Bowie territory at the 48-yard line. It'll be second down and 25 at the Bowie 48-yard line. The first down marker at the Bowie 21. Inside 6 minutes to play. Westlake with the 7-0 lead. A 44-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Sievert to Brandon Box in the opening drive. The difference in the ball game right now. And now that the penalty is set, Rick James still visiting with the sideline judge right now, John, and they're just trying to figure out to make sure that they've marked this one off. And in a week where we've talked nothing about officials, whether it was the call on Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football rather, or whether it was all of the NFL officials coming back to roars of applause, it seems like this is all we're trying to talk about now is game management from the boys in black and white.
Yeah, we've done a lot of games with Rick James, though, and I feel confident in saying he's better than the NFL replacement refs.
Absolutely. He's at least trying to manage the game and get the calls right, and that's all you really want. Forget about the momentum stall, the shift. Westlake can blame themselves for the back-to-back penalties there. Like you said, coaching staff will live with the holding penalty, but the chop block's just something that's not going to be tolerated. And it looks like we have Silas Connolly back in there, one of the starters for the first 4 weeks. He is coming to the ball game here on second down and 25. A little shuttle pass right up the middle, and it's Chris Canner inside the 40, down to the 35-yard line, still on his feet, and he gets back to the 31-yard line. We'll make it the 32-yard line, close to the original line of scrimmage to set up third down and a long 11.
And that's a play that you always want to look for on a second down and long situation, even third down and long. Some sort of draw play or shovel pass or screen pass to the running back like Canner did right there. Great running, by Canner and a good job by this Westlake offense to pick up around 15 more yards.
Third down and a short 12, technically. Two wide receivers here to the near side. Play action. Standing in the pocket is Jordan. Jordan firing downfield. Has a man, and it's batted up in the air and almost intercepted. Good coverage downfield by Tyler Walker, who had 26 total tackles coming into this ball game. Walker has done his share of run help, but that time he's right there with the pass, and it's almost intercepted, but batted down, incomplete, and it's a fourth down. But now it looks like we have another flag lying down at right around the 37-yard line. It looks like it might be a flag, but it looks like Rick James is picking it up. It was his flag. Not too sure if it fell out or if there is a penalty on the play. We'll see.
Holding, offense. 10-yard penalty, previous spot. Replay third down.
So in that situation, they're going to call it incomplete, and it's a holding penalty. So it happened there. It's going to back up Westlake even further. So back-to-back penalties in this drive. And despite the penalties, the long breaks as well, as Rick James and his staff trying to clean this one up. Is checking into the game is Keith Carter along with Zach Dansby, the tight end, on third down and 22. So we've seen second down and 25, third down and 12. We've seen now third down and 22 with 5:06 to play in the opening quarter. Two wide receivers here to the near side. Carter, the motion man. Play action as they fake the handoff. Now going deep. Sievert has a man, and it's John Rhodes making his first appearance on scene here in the 2012 season, and it's just overthrown. Incomplete pass, and it's fourth down for the Westlake Chaparrals as Rhodes tried to get in there on the just snuck his way onto the field there for the first time in 2012 and had man-to-man coverage and almost came up with the football, John.
Yeah, and Jordan Sievert had an opportunity there to really stick it to Coach Abels for accepting that penalty, but it looks like Jordan Sievert's in the game. This will probably be a pooch punt.
He'll back up now, and no doubt we'll see a pooch punt right around his own 50-yard line, and he gets this one away. It's a high end-over-end punt, but it will be short. It'll take a Bowie hop back to the 35-yard line, and Jordan Sievert, the man who punted the ball, actually is the one that gets to make the actually recovers the ball at the 35-yard line. And, John, I don't believe I've ever seen a quarterback get his own punt, even with a pooch punt, as normal as that seems, coming from high school football quarterbacks where they try the pooch punt. I don't think I've ever seen in the three quarterbacks since 2009, whether it was Tanner Price or Louis Gilbo. I don't think I've ever seen one of the guys that pooch punted out of the Westlake quarterback position recover their own punt.
Yeah, that's not what you want.
No, first down and 10 at the 36-yard line along the left hash. Zone replay. Eschenberger will keep it. No gain on the play. Maybe dives forward for a yard. There is Jacob Mansour fighting off a double team, just coming over and making that hit. And a nice job there by Eschenberger making the correct decision as he really hung out his tailback there along the outside in the backfield, Steve Johnson. Steve Johnson, 20 carries for 193 yards, averaging just over 9.5 yards a carry. He is the speed demon in the backfield, and now Johnson will leave and split out that way. They'll try the screen pass. The pass is caught. Johnson across the 40 to the 41-yard line, and good open field tackling there. And coming in and making the pop is Derek Cohen. Nice job there by Derek, one-on-one on a very fast Steve Johnson, and he drops him just outside the 42-yard line as Bowie moves right to left. And a brilliantly executed play there. Concentration and et al for Steve Johnson, but a better play on defense by Derek Cohen.
Yeah, and Derek Cohen, a very physical 5'10", 165 at cornerback, able to fight off the block and make a nice hit. But going back to the punt, we have 2 punts so far in this game and a total of 11 yards. So hopefully the punting games get it going here in this game.
Third down and 4, the drizzle still falling, but not affecting play thus far. Third down and 4, and taking the quarterback duties is Dante Harris. Harris, the athlete, the backup quarterback, and this time coming in and making a huge pop is Hudson Hall, part of the sophomore duo on the inside linebacking core, and these guys are going to be the terrible twos for another 3 years. And with Hudson Hall and Brecken Hager, at least in this particular lineup, with Hager and Hall in the backfield, I can feel an H squared coming on there, but that time you saw Hudson really get into it and bring down Dante Harris as they try to pick up the third down unsuccessfully. The ball moved out to the 41-yard line, and now Caleb Garza on for his second punt of the night. Inside 3 minutes to play first quarter, 7-0 Westlake. And the punt is away, and it is a much better punt, a spiraling punt, and it is not touched by the Westlake receiver back deep in Rawlings. And Rawlings trying to regain his feet, and the ball actually rolled into the corner of the end zone. Dangerous there for a moment as we go down to the field. And Matt Nader, Matt, that was close to the 1-yard line.
Great defensive efforts by both ball clubs. You know, both these front sevens have a motor. They're getting penetration, getting off blockers, and shaking up the play, really.
Down on the field, Matt Nader, as he is standing right on the 15-yard line. The ball will be brought out to the 20-yard line. On the touchback on the punt. So it'll be first down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Two wide receivers to the far side left in front of the Bowie bench. One here to the near side right. Harrison Lyons lined up as a isolated wide receiver here to the near side. A back on either side of Jordan Sievert. They try to swing it out to Harrison. Harrison makes the catch at the 25-yard line. Falls forward to the 28-yard line, and yet another flag in the backfield. And this one might be a personal foul against Westlake.
I think it might be actually roughing the passer penalty. I think Sievert got hit in the head right there.
Yeah, you're right about that. Actually, I thought maybe it was another chop block situation here, and that's exactly right. Coming through for that Bowie defense was Elijah Thompson. Had 10 tackles this year as a backup nose guard with 3 sacks and 2.5 tackles behind the line of scrimmage. And that time, Elijah just got too chummy with Jordan Sievert, and it's a personal foul. It's going to give Westlake excellent field
Roughing
position.
the passer. Defense, 15 yards from the end of the run, automatic first down.
Rick James on the call there. So it will be a 15-yard penalty. That moves the ball all the way out to the 44-yard line. So a huge opportunity here for Westlake. Like we said, 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Westlake with a 7-0 lead from the right hash as they move left to right with the men in red with 2 wide receivers to the far side left. Now Carter in motion, and they will run the zone replay, and Jordan Sievert will keep it across the 50-yard line, picks up the first down inside the 46-yard line down to the 45. A pickup of 11 yards and a first down for Jordan Sievert, and a beautifully drawn up play there with the play action zone read, and they run it straight up the gut with the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, a great job here by the offensive line. Jordan Sievert just reads the offensive line there, and you see the left side of the line just absolutely pushing the front of the Bowie Bulldogs out to the outside of the field, and Jordan Sievert took advantage there.
Rain continuing to fall here on Chaparral Stadium. I should say on Ebby Neptune Field. 2 wide receivers here to the near side right. 1 to the far side left. Now Carter going in motion again. It'll be a zone read. This time it will stay with Sievert. Sievert falling forward to the 40-yard line. Yet another pickup of 5 yards. Call it 4 yards to the 41-yard line. And a nice pop at the end of that play on Jordan Sievert. Playing with that bum thumb, but it seems to be feeling okay here. But they've gone to the ground here to try to suck some of this first quarter clock up.
Yeah, he's been able to have a better handle on the football, it seemed, early in this game. And even with the rain coming down, we'll see how that affects him as the game goes on. But right now, he's doing a good job of handling the football, and he's fired some nice passes so far in this game.
On second down and 6, a back on either side. No step drop, one-on-one coverage downfield, and that pass is in and out of the hands. Good coverage downfield, but that time Brandon Box was locked in on Camara Capel, and Capel had not turned his helmet around so that he could see the pass coming in, and Box had it right in his grasp. Just a little too much traffic, and the ball falls incomplete. And it'll be 3rd down and 6 here, and a big down for Westlake as the ball marked right at the 41-yard line in the middle of the field.
And that was a great throw there by Sievert. Capel had really good coverage on Box, but as a back shoulder throw by Sievert, and a good throw.
Play action here on 3rd down and 6. Now stepping up into the pocket, firing into traffic, and that pass is incomplete. Intended over the middle to Patrick Elliott, and Elliott unable to come up with it, but 3 defenders surrounding Elliott, and it's incomplete. And once again, the offense stalls here for Westlake on the Bowie side of the field.
And it'll be interesting to see here. They're at the 41-yard line, a 4th down and 6. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here. This is usually an area where Westlake, you can really just toss a coin of whether they'll do another quick kick or go for it.
Elliott Condos in as one of the backs here. 2 wide receivers here to the near side. Now they back it up, and it looks like a pooch punt again. This time it's a low snap. Jordan has to retreat, and now he is not going to be able to pick up the football. The ball comes loose, but no. It seems that Jordan has been ruled down at the 48-yard line. He had controlled the football, and he is ruled down. On the low snap, Westlake unable to flip the field, and it's Bowie football from the Chaparral 49-yard line, and what a break for Bowie.
So far, those quick kicks, we have a 7-yard punt by Jordan Sievert and then a mishandled snap, or I should say a bad snap there on the exchange. And you can't have these mistakes in special teams. So far, Westlake's offense has avoided the big mistake, but it's been special teams that has handed Bowie some good field position.
7-0 with 60 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. And now Dante Harris, the quarterback of record. The handoff goes to Johnson. Johnson falls down, loses a yard on the play. As we can see the rain falling, we've got raindrops actually coming from the top of the press box that we can see from our vantage point here at the UFCU broadcast booth. And not only the ball, but the field getting a little slick down there. And we've seen a couple of guys slip right now Dante Harris, we saw it on the 4th down play, and now Johnson on the 1st down play of this new drive falls for a 1-yard loss. 2 wide receivers to the far side right, 1 here to the near side left, make it 2 to the near side left, as Bryson Hoskins lines up as the slot receiver here to the near side. Almost a mishandled snap, double reverse. This time Hoskins going to turn the right corner at the 45 to the 40, picks up the 1st down, bounces it outside, and actually almost runs into his own man inside the 30-yard line, but is able to sidestep one tackler, but he's brought down at the 27-yard line. A 23-yard pickup and a 1st down on a little end around to Bryson Hoskins.
Good play call there, and a couple of times Bowie has been able to catch Westlake on those misdirection type plays or cutback type plays, and there the double reverse gets big yardage for this Bowie offense. Looking here, heading into the 2nd quarter, looking to respond to Westlake's early touchdown.
Right, that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter, and after 1 quarter of play here from Chaparral Stadium, it is Westlake 7, Bowie nothing, live from Chaparral Stadium. This is Westlake football.
At the Vince Young Steakhouse, we take pride that we are 100% locally owned and operated. Every recipe and dish is prepared from scratch with seasonal and local ingredients, ensuring great taste and consistent quality. So whether you're wanting a fine dining experience for 2 or a private dining room for 20, the Vince Young Steakhouse is the perfect place for your next night out. Conveniently located in the heart of downtown at 3rd and San Jacinto. Call 45 Steak for reservations or visit us online at vinceyoungsteakhouse.com. Vince Young Steakhouse, different from the herd.
And we welcome you back. Live coverage of Westlake football after 1 quarter of play. Westlake 7, Bowie nothing. And on our television broadcast, it can be seen on YNN Sports, cable channel 1509 on the Time Warner cable platform. You can watch this game live in HD. On 1st down and 10, the ball right at the 27-yard line in Chaparral territory. The handoff for the Bowie Bulldogs taken by Johnson. Or check that, it's actually Brandon Scott that gets the call there. And Scott falling forward for about a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Probably a good thing there that there was not a turnover run back for a touchdown. I think the officials were not paying attention, but there was a check presentation happening on the opposite 20-yard line. Still about 20 people on the field when that snap happened.
And a big check at that. It's a $110,000 check from the Eanes Education Fund. On 2nd down and 9, just underway here in the 2nd quarter. Joe Taylor, John Nidell, Matt Nader with you here from Chaparral Stadium. And Dante Harris, the quarterback of record. They swing it over to Bryson Hoskins. Hoskins inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line. And a nice pickup there of about 7 yards, and it will be 3rd down and 1. They need the 18, they got the 19, and back-to-back plays when they need big yardage. They've dialed up Bryson Hoskins on the double reverse, and now just on the quick screen pass to the flanker, and Hoskins able to use his athleticism to pick up those positive yards.
Yeah, and Hoskins is a guy coming into this game, only 13 touches on the season, just over 100 yards. Just these 2 plays alone that we've seen him with the ball, looks like a playmaker. A lot of speed, great moves, great vision. He's a guy that Bowie should really try to get the ball in the hands of a little bit more.
A timeout has been called by Bowie. Their first of the half will take it as well. 10:43 to play 2nd quarter. Westlake leading Bowie 7-0. This is Westlake football.
For 102 years, the Coverts have set the standard for car dealers in Central Texas. Hi, I'm Jenny Covert, and your parents, grandparents, and even some of your great-grandparents have shopped with my family. Our service, our inventory, and of course, our low Covert price are the reasons over 1 million customers come back again and again. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Auto Group, Austin, Bastrop, and Hutto.
The Steam Team, your #1 choice for cleaning residential and commercial carpet, tile, and wood flooring, upholstery, air ducts, and more, including 24-hour emergency water and fire damage restoration. The Steam Team is an Austin original, locally owned and operated since 1983. All employees are trained and certified by the Institute of Inspection, Cleaning, and Restoration. We guarantee our services and will do whatever it takes to please our customers. Call 451-TEAM or online at thesteamteam.com.
Out of the Bowie timeout, it'll be 3rd down and 2 here. Harris, the quarterback, going in motion here to the near side is John Subia to be the extra blocker for Harris. Harris at the 20, trying to cut it to the outside, and he's brought down by Jack Meredith at the 18-yard line. Very close to a first down, but he looks to be about a half-yard shy. Looked like it was just a pickup of about 1.5 yards. It is very close, as Meredith was able to make that grab right before he got to the sticks, and it is 4th down and a full 1 yard.
Yeah, no doubt Bowie's going to go for it here, I would assume. But on 4th and 1, down 7, the rain starting to come down even harder right now.
The points are at a premium while you can play. No lightning in the area. Right now it's just rain, which means that we will be able to play football for the duration here. Dante Harris on 4th and 1. Harris picks up the first down inside the 15-yard line, down to the 14, and that's where he's brought down by a slew of Westlake tacklers. John Dodd getting up from the pile as he flips the football to the umpire there. Drury Roofing, been roofing Austin since 1951, and when it rains like this, you might have a leak. Might want to give them a call. Plug this one into your phone, 836-0634, or like their Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Drury Roofing, DRURY Roofing, facebook.com/Drury Roofing. Stay dry with DRI right now. Looks like DRI put our roof in because we are dry. The football players down on the field, not dry. 1st down and 10 from the Westlake 14-yard line. The handoff will go to Johnson. Johnson trying to bounce it outside. Inside the 11-yard line, down to the 10. Losing his helmet on the tackle is Hudson Hall, but he brings down Johnson at the 10-yard line, a pickup of 4 yards. And right now it looks like we are seeing the clock blown dead at 9:38 to play. Not too sure what Rick James was trying to do there, as the ball is spotted at the 10-yard line. No first down picked up. No need for the clock to stop, but Rick James nonetheless stopped it. Johnson will check out in favor of Scott. Scott comes into the backfield, and we see Eschenberg is now going with a little bit more two quarterback arrangement here for the Bulldogs on 2nd down and 6. Eschenberg handles the wet pig, fires over the middle, and that pass is caught for a touchdown. Touchdown, Bowie. And making the grab is Jake Walton. And for Walton, he hauls it in, and it's a touchdown for the Bowie Bulldogs. And for Jake Walton, that is his first touchdown reception of the season. Touchdown, Bowie.
And a big touchdown right here for the Bowie Bulldogs, getting some confidence on offense. Brought about by the short field once again by the Westlake punting team, and a big response for the Bowie Bulldogs.
There's a 10-yard reception right there from Eschenberger, his 5th touchdown of the season. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 9:12 to play here in the first half, and it's a tie ball game at 7 from Chaparral Stadium. This is Westlake football.
On game days, you see me running out here with close to 100 other people. It's a team effort. It takes all of us to make UT football a success. It's a lot like you and your finances. You need to surround yourself with the best people in the business. That's where University Federal Credit Union comes in. The UFCU team works hard to make sure your financial game plan is always in shape. University of Texas Athletics and University Federal. So close, we share the same name.
Right now the rain really coming down here. It's on Ebby Neptune Field, Chaparral Stadium. It's homecoming here. Westlake and Bowie tied at 7. The Salon at the Domain scoring drive. 8 plays, 49 yards, capped by a 10-yard touchdown reception by Jake Walton. His first on the season for the junior, and it comes from the right arm of Austin Eschenberg, the baseball player. Robbie Dickey was a baseball player, as is Eschenberg, and Eschenberg fires his 4th touchdown of the season from the air. Now he's matched his touchdown total, both rushing and passing. A short kickoff from Garza will be fielded at the 9-yard line, at the 11, or out to the 12, and cuts it back to the 15-yard line towards the Bowie bench. And Tate Shaw carrying the ball out past the 20-yard line, and it looks like he will be down at the 26-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 10. And now Westlake's going to have to get something going after that Salon at the Domain scoring drive. The tie ball game here with 9-10 clock moving here in the second quarter. Westlake knotted at 7. They've had a couple of opportunities, but mishaps along the way, including penalties and the bad snap or low snap to Jordan Sievert on the pooch punt that set up that Westlake game-tying score. 2 wide receivers here to the near side left. Blitz look, and now the handoff will go to Slaughter. Slaughter dicing his way out to the 30 to the 31-yard line and powers his way for a 6-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
And this is the time in the game when Westlake really needs to try to grind out this football game. We'll see if they go to more of a power look like we've seen the last couple of weeks. They've had some success on those power sweeps. We'll see what they do here now that the rain is really coming down.
And it was actually Keith Carter on that carry, so it was 6 yards for Carter, as we've seen a little bit more steady diet of him. The delay handoff this time to Slaughter. Now he seems like he's bottled up, cuts it back, reverses his field just inside the left hash mark, dances out to the 35-yard line, and darts his way to the 42. A nice pickup of what looks like 9 yards and a 1st down for Ben Slaughter, who literally had nowhere to go on that handoff.
Yeah, one of the simple tackling drills is hitting and then wrapping up. Ben Slaughter took a huge hit by one of the Bowie linebackers, filling the hole right there. The linebacker lost his helmet. It was Jason Disney, lost his helmet and let go of Ben Slaughter. He bounced it outside for a nice gain.
1st down and 10 from the Chaparral 42-yard line. Under center, going to the ground again is Jordan Sievert. This time the handoff going to Slaughter out to the 44-yard line, and a 3-yard gain. As right there begging for holding is Clark Shellhorst, the defensive end. And he's locked in. That's nice to see. A halfback, Chris Tanner, taking on a big defensive end in Clark Shellhorst, but it's a pickup of almost 5 yards, and it will be an official timeout here from Rick James. Keith Carter once again on that carry, not Slaughter, as we're seeing both Slaughter and Carter bounce back and forth into the ball game. And so Matt Nader down on the sidelines, it looks like. So it looks like the weather has forced Matt Nader off the air. We'll actually tell him to come upstairs into the broadcast booth and join us here for his thoughts, and we'll make it a 3-man booth while the weather does not cooperate. On 2nd down and 6, a one-on-one play, firing to Brandon Box, and it's complete inside the 25-yard line. Box with the over-the-shoulder grab inside the 15-yard line down to the 13. Wow, what a touch pass in the rain by Jordan Sievert here to the near side. A pickup of 41 yards and a 1st down for Brandon Box. Wow, what a hookup between Sievert and Box.
Yeah, just had plenty of time and saw Brandon Box right off the line of scrimmage, beat his man on the outside. And then, like you said, a great touch pass there to Brandon Box for the 41-yard gain.
1st down and 10 from the 13-yard line in the red zone. Handoff Slaughter. Slaughter nowhere to go. No gain on the play as he moves maybe a half yard, and it will be 2nd down and 9 coming up as the stick moves just a bit between the 13 and the 12. The ball rests just inside the left hash mark with 7:15 to play.
And the rain really coming down. It's only going to get harder tomorrow, so definitely a good weekend for Texas to be on the road playing up at Oklahoma State tomorrow.
On 2nd down and 9, 7:05. Power eye look at the backfield. Old school football here with 2 wide receivers. The handoff will go to the running back, and the deep setback is Slaughter. Slaughter bouncing it inside the 9, down to the 8-yard line. The Chaparrals can pick up the 1st down at the 3, but it'll be 3rd down and manageable here. And as we saw last night in the Baltimore Ravens-Cleveland Browns game where the rain was falling in Baltimore, we saw Westlake's own Justin Tucker. His holder actually had some issues not only maintaining possession of the football, but when the ball is wet, it doesn't necessarily fly the way you want it to. So it's very important for Westlake to try to pick up this 1st down and punch it into the end zone. And now pistol formation here under center. Rolling right is Jordan. Jordan looking right on the bootleg. Now he's trying to evade one tackler. Does. Heads to the 10-yard line, and he's dropped at the 6. He is shy of the 1st down as he is knocked down just outside the 6-yard line. And it is going to be 4th down, and they're going to send in the field goal unit. So despite the rain, it'll be a chip shot here for Michael Barton, whose mother has delivered an amazing amount of treats to the broadcast booth. Wow. I did not expect that. That is the first time in 7 years of doing Westlake football. That is the first time we've had a special delivery of treats during the broadcast. So thanks to you, Mrs. Barton, and your son now lining up a kick at the 15-yard line. It'll be a 25-yard effort out of the hold of Rawlings. Getting the snap and the hold for Rawlings is one of the most important plays. It's a good snap, it's a good hold, and it is a good kick. So with 5:35 remaining in the ball game, Westlake takes the lead, or I should say remaining in the half. It is Westlake 10, Bowie 7. This is Westlake football.
The people like A&M Consolidated, Westlake, Cibolo, Steele have to play each other because that's all that's left. And funny story about Mike Jinks, the head coach at Cibolo Steele. Really on realignment day, we were the last two standing in the room. We'd been standing there looking for another game all day long, and looked at each other and said, "Okay, let's do it." You know, because there wasn't anybody else to play. It was them or try to find a team from Mexico or something. You know, the options are limited at that point.
This winter, prepare to be amazed as Elisa's Dance Academy and the Westlake Symphonic Orchestra come together to perform a variety of holiday favorites. For the 8th year, audiences will be astounded by concert-quality music and dramatic visual effects in a stunning production perfect for all ages. Join us December 6th, 7th, and 8th as the Westlake Technical Entertainment Crew and Lexus of Austin present the Nutcracker Spectacular.
Rain falling on Ebby Neptune Field at Chaparral Stadium. We welcome you back to the UFCU broadcast booth. The scoring drive brought to you by the Salon at the Domain. 8 plays, 66-yard drive, a 25-yard field goal by Michael Barden. Took 3 minutes and 36 seconds off the second quarter clock. And even though the drive stalled inside the 5-yard line, or just outside the 5-yard line rather, John, Westlake able to put points on the board and regain the lead 10-7.
Yeah, it's a drive. They're going to get a lot of confidence out of that drive. They moved the ball well, ran the ball well, and got the points out of it.
And now Capel will feel it 5 yards deep. He'll take a knee after nonstop football. Sometimes a mini vacation is just the right play to call. So when you just want to get away for some U time, head to the Salon at the Domain. Open 7 days a week. Just simply choose your day to get away. Located next to Dillard's across from Maggiano's Italian Restaurant. It's so easy to find. I found it yesterday. So save this number into your phone, 832-8000. That's 832-8000. Or visit their website, salonatthedomain.com. That's salonatthedomain.com. The Salon at the Domain is Westlake owned and operated, and their promise is simple. You will never have a bad hair day. And after the rain, I'm pretty sure a visit to the Salon at the Domain might be in order for some of the Chaparral faithful, but they brought umbrellas. First down and 10 from the 25-yard line, and now big pressure up front, but getting the pass away is Eschenberg, and that pass is complete. They drew the defenders in, and it's complete to Scott. Scott picking up positive yardage out to the 27-yard line, and a nice play by Eschenberger just to get that ball out of his hand.
Well, Hudson Hall right now is having a heck of a ball game. Westlake, the defensive front right here, pursues up the field, blitzes on Eschenberg, and that usually spells disaster on that type of slip screen play when the defense is so aggressive getting upfield. But Hudson Hall doing a great job reading that screen and pursuing to the football.
So a gain of about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7. The ball marked just inside the 28-yard line along the right hash as Bowie moves left to right. Little toss play here to Johnson. Johnson trying to evade one tackler, and he can't do it. Wow, what a play there. And it's Alec Cohen, Ticket City twin number 2. He doesn't like it when I call him that, but that's a good play as he delivered a nice open field tackle there. And it's a loss of the play of 2 back to the 23-yard line.
Yeah, big play right here. Now Westlake gets them in a 3rd down and long situation, backed up in their own territory. Obviously the goal right now, force a punt, get some good field position. Your offense put a good drive together on the last drive and hopefully get some points out of it. But the first things first on 3rd and 12, getting this defensive stop.
From the left hash after the play by Alec Cohen, drops him for a 2-yard loss. It will be 3rd down and 12 from the Bowie 23-yard line. 4-man front here, blitz on the left side. Here it comes, and now picking it up is Eschenberger. He tries to evade one tackler and does. To the 25-30, out to the 31-yard line, and he's dropped at the 34. The ball came out at the 35-yard line, but it looks like they're going to call Eschenberger down at the 35-yard line. A flag has been thrown, and it is holding against Bowie as Rick James wasting no time as he is not wanting his flag to get wet. He runs to the near sideline and go ahead and makes that holding call.
That's going to be the second killer holding call on this Bowie Bulldogs offense on a 3rd and long that they've converted. They get the holding call, and that's just going to kill this drive.
Holding, offense. 10-yard penalty, previous spot. Replay 3rd down.
So it will be 3rd down and 12. They were able to pick up the first down close to the 35-yard line, but this one's going to kill them, as the Bulldogs will actually have to march deep into their own side of the field as Brandon Eyrick lines up on a receiver here to the right slot. And now the handoff will go inside to Johnson. Johnson trying to stutter step here just inside the left hash mark on 3rd down and 22, able to angle his way to the 17-yard line. It will be 4th down. And with Caleb Garza, his first punt, obviously we knew the unfortunate part about it going off the right side of his foot and only a 4-yard net punt as it went out of bounds in front of the Bowie bench. His second punt, much better. and it actually took a nice Westlake hop. But we'll see here with the ball now wet. Once again, it will have to be a good snap, and Garza will have to handle it. Tate Shaw, along with Sean Rawlings, back deep to receive. One's wild as they hang out right around the 40-yard line. It's Matt Nader. Not as damp as I expected him to be after being caught in the rain. On 4th and 18, here comes the rush, and it is a high but short punt, and then it will land at the 35-yard line, and it's going to take a sideways hop back towards the middle of the field, and it'll be downed there by one of the Bowie upbacks, Pedro Martinez. No, not the Bo Sox or New York Mets pitcher. He actually plays backup cornerback here and has actually the only interception on the team for Bowie. And he downs the ball at the Bowie 34-yard line. So 2 out of 3 punts. Not so hot for Caleb Garza as he watches it go short. High but short, and a very short field for Westlake. A receiver split out here to the near side left is Brandon Box. A tight end of the formation to the right. Pistol to the left on 1st down and 10 at the 34-yard line of Bowie territory. Under center receiver to toss to the right. And now diving his way towards the 30-yard line. He's actually dropped at the 32 is Ben Slaughter, but a flag actually came out of the umpire's back pocket there as the play came that direction towards the far side, and it will be a penalty most likely on Westlake.
I just loved watching Jordan Sievert, though, on that play. You really get the sense that he is just a football player. He tosses that ball, and before it even hits Slaughter's hands, he is downfield, running as fast as he can, trying to find someone to block down the field, but it's going to be a chop block.
On the offense. 15-yard penalty for previous spot. Replay 1st down.
So instead of it actually being a holding penalty, it's a chop block penalty, so it's even going to be more severe. That's the second chop block we've seen from the offensive line in this half. So 10-7, Westlake with the lead. A 25-yard field goal by Michael Barden. For Michael Barden, it's actually his 3rd field goal on the season. 2 wide receivers here to the near side left, and now the fake handoff rolling here to the near side is Jordan Sievert makes the toss here to the near side to Brandon Box, and that pass is caught at the 41-yard line. Just a nice little bootleg here to the near side, and he's able to throw on the run. That is the side opposite his throwing arm, and Sievert threw a dart to Box.
And I made this observation in the A&M Consolidated game where he made 3 of those types of throws. Really, that seems like it's the most comfortable type of throw for him, rolling to his left. It's a rarity for a right-handed quarterback to be able to roll to the left like that and get off that kind of ball. Great play there by Jordan Sievert to make it a second and manageable.
2 wide receivers to the far side right on 2nd down and 17. Back to pass on a 4-step drop, firing over the middle. That pass is into traffic and almost caught. No, it's intercepted. Tyler Walker has it out to the 40-yard line, and he is dropped out of bounds there just inside the 50-yard line, but a flag thrown at the 45-yard line.
And this is after the interception, so the interception will stand, and it's probably going to be some sort of illegal block in the back or maybe a holding penalty on Bowie. But nevertheless, the interception should stand, and they'll get the football.
It's actually Preston Oliver that comes over. You have 8 and 9 conversion, and I believe it is number 8. And yes, that is correct. It's Preston Oliver, the junior, and the 2nd interception for this Bowie defense on the year. Like you said, the flag actually occurred after the interception. So for Jordan Sievert, the young man throws his 5th interception.
Block in the back by Bowie.
It is a black in the back on Bowie, so it's actually at least some good news for the Bowie Bulldog, or for the Westlake Chaparral defense as they come right back onto the field. That the interception was made. That's the bad news. The 6th one on the year. Excuse me, the 5th interception on the year for Jordan Sievert. He threw his 6th touchdown pass earlier in the night in the first quarter on the opening drive that scored the first touchdown of the ball game. But with now 2:19 to play here, it'll be Dante Harris to lead the 2 quarterback option play here for Bowie. A receiver each way as they try to spread things out. The handoff will go to Scott. Scott tried to bounce it outside, and he will be dropped for a loss back to the 30-yard line. It'll be a big one, and actually they're going to say that Scott's down at the 29-yard line. This will be a loss of almost 6 yards. So brilliant pursuit on that far side, and name your chaparral on the far side, Justin Miller. And it looked like at the Justin Miller was held briefly. Definitely Alec Cohen was held, and the penalty was not called. but it's still a huge loss back to the 29-yard line, and officially it is a loss of 5. So second down and 15. 2 wide receivers here to the near side right, 1 to the far side left, moving left to right here in the second quarter. Now swinging it out to Johnson. Johnson makes the grab at the 30, and another play by a Cohen. This time it's Derek. Twin 1 got blocked. Twin 2 makes the tackle on the near side of the field, and he's dropped for almost a gain of 2 yards officially, but a nice open field play there by Derek Cohen.
Yeah, and that play looked like it could have gone for yardage. The cornerback, both of the defensive backs on the outside had blockers on them, and it looked like those blocks were going to be sustained, but Derek Cohen showed why he is a very physical cornerback, shedding his block and making the play. Great play there by the corner.
On third down and what will be 12, as the play will come in with less than 56 seconds to play in the first half. A 10-7 Westlake lead here, as the rain for the moment has lightened up just a bit. Harris, the quarterback of record, at 35, at the 45, and now back to the midfield stripe, but he picks up the first down. Dante Harris, just a straight up the seam quarterback keeper, a huge gain of 18 yards, and he'll be dropped on the Bowie side of the field at the 49-yard line. But it's first down and 10. The clock will stop with 40 seconds. Now it will roll now that it's set at the 49-yard line along the right hash. 3 wide receivers to the far side left, 1 here to the near side right. Play action, here comes the rush, and the pass is low, caught, and it's a loss back to the 48-yard line, as diving down at the 23-yard line, at the, I believe for the Bowie Bulldogs, it was Trent Olson that actually made the grab, but a timeout has been called. We will take it as well. 60-second timeout. This was Westlake football.
For 102 years, the Coverts have set the standard for car dealers in Central Texas. Hi, I'm Jenny Covert, and your parents, grandparents, and even some of your great-grandparents have shopped with my family. Our service, our inventory, and of course, our low Covert price are the reasons over 1 million customers come back again and again. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Auto Group, Austin, Bastrop, and Hutto.
The Steam Team, your #1 choice for cleaning residential and commercial carpet, tile, and wood flooring, upholstery, air ducts, and more, including 24-hour emergency water and fire damage restoration. The Steam Team is an Austin original, locally owned and operated since 1983. All employees are trained and certified by the Institute of Inspection, Cleaning, and Restoration. We guarantee our services and will do whatever it takes to please our customers. Call 451-TEAM or online at thesteamteam.com.
We welcome you back after that brief timeout with 24 seconds to play here in the first half. On second down and 11 from the 48-yard line. Back to pass is Eschenberg as he checks in as the quarterback. Now rolling here to the near side, and he has nowhere to go. He actually falls down at the 40-yard line. And the clock will continue to roll, and it looks like this might be actually the final play of the second quarter, and Westlake with a 10-7 lead. And they'll be back to the 40-yard line, and it will be the final play of the second quarter.
This past summer, the Westlake community lost a dear friend. Although Ebby Neptune retired from his position as athletic director for Eanes ISD in 2003, he always remained a Shap, cheering athletes and coaches to the pinnacle of success that he had inspired since first coming to Westlake in 1969 when he was hired as the head basketball coach. When Coach Neptune became the athletic director, he also served as the head football coach, following Ken Dabbs, who left to take a position at the University of Texas. Two of the highlights of Coach Neptune's football coaching career came in 1984 with Westlake's first undefeated team, and in 1985 when the Westlake team advanced to the state semifinals match, a game they lost on penetrations after tying Sweetwater in regulation play. That year, Westlake's team was selected as the Central Texas Team of the Year. When Coach Neptune assumed the full-time athletic director's position in 1986, he began a journey that would lead Westlake's athletic programs to even greater success, including double-digit state championships. Yet Coach Neptune gave the credit to others. As he once shared, "I've been involved with a lot of great coaches and a lot of great kids. This school has made success the standard, and I'm just proud to be a part of it." Coach Neptune's influence is still felt today as athletes and coaches continue to strive to be the best they can be. And it's that quality that Coach Neptune believed led to the many great successes for Westlake. This is one reason our field was dedicated to him in 2002.
Be it resolved that from this day forward, the playing field at Chaparral Stadium shall be named A&M Neptune Field.
Coach Neptune once said, "Any success I have had can be attributed to my friends in Sweeney and Westlake and to my assistant coaches through a 40-year career. I have been blessed, as I have worked with so many people from all walks of life. I have truly been blessed by God." And what Eanes community wants Coach Neptune's family to know today is that we have been blessed to have had him as a coach, mentor, director, and lifetime cheerleader. Thank you, Mary Sue, Rebecca, and Elizabeth, and your families for sharing A&M Neptune with us. It is a great day to be a Chaparral.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on the 30-yard line, Mary Sue Neptune, Rebecca Neptune Gibson, Elizabeth Neptune Dodge, Todd Dodge, who are joined by Eanes Independent Superintendent Dr. Nola Willman, Athletic Director and Head Football Coach Darren Allman, longtime Chaparral Tootie Bird, along with Cal Callison, Ellen Balthazar, Rona Martin, Derek Long, Ken Tabbs, and Marvin Bendeley. Thank you, Mary Sue Neptune and the family.
For Coach Ron Schrader, as he led this team through the 2008 season. Of course, Darren Allman hired and we actually are having a little bit of technical difficulty here with our audio, but again, a very nice presentation, a very nice tribute to A&M Neptune. And of course, he died earlier this summer. And as we watch all of the folks leave the sideline here, and Mary Sue Neptune, just a nice little beautiful touching ceremony, a beautiful video tribute. We got the pleasure of seeing that video tribute a little bit earlier this week, and it was a nice thing for the Westlake community to really rally together and put on and to honor such a man who really built Westlake. Westlake athletics, as you know it, built by A&M Neptune, and that's really one of the unbelievable aspects of just what's gone in the 41-year history of Westlake High School. And it's been very, very reminiscent here at Chaparral Stadium down on A&M Neptune Field, despite the weather, despite the close score, Westlake leading 10-7. Just a nice night, not only for homecoming, but for the entire Neptune family.
Yeah, obviously, and Coach Schrader took over the Westlake football program in 1987. Obviously, Coach Neptune preceded him and then took over as athletic director when Coach Schrader came in. And obviously Coach Neptune and just did so much for this community, so much for this athletic program, and certainly well-deserved recognition tonight.
And you saw in the video presentation, of course, on our radio broadcast, you heard the audio. It was actually the live audio from the night that they dedicated the field forever here at Chaparral Stadium as A&M Neptune Field. And on that field tonight, the Westlake Chaparrals clinging to a 10-7 lead. Rain really interrupting the flow of the offense, but mistakes are still there despite the lead, John.
Yeah, they are. We had an interception and penalties, but at the same time, I think they have gotten a little bit better rhythm. Only 10 points, but still, I like where this Westlake offense is going. There's been some momentum had on a few drives, and we'll see how it continues in the second half.
We're headed to highlights. Your halftime score, Westlake 10, Bowie 7. This is Westlake football.
At the Vince Young Steakhouse, we take pride that we are 100% locally owned and operated. Every recipe and dish is prepared from scratch with seasonal and local ingredients, ensuring great taste and consistent quality. So whether you're wanting a fine dining experience for 2 or a private dining room for 20, the Vince Young Steakhouse is the perfect place for your next night out. Conveniently located in the heart of downtown at 3rd and San Jacinto. Call 45 Steak for reservations or visit us online at vinceyoungsteakhouse.com. Vince Young Steakhouse, different from the herd.
At age 40, attorney and Marine Corps reservist David Little was the picture of health until the left side of his body went completely numb.
We were on the phone while he was driving home when he suddenly stopped talking.
My dad had a stroke when he was driving me home.
I'm just really glad he ended up at St. David's, South Austin.
St. David's, South Austin saved my life.
Do you know what to do in an emergency? Visit stdavids.com to learn more.
For 102 years, the Coverts have set the standard for car dealers in Central Texas. Hi, I'm Jenny Covert, and your parents, grandparents, and even some of your great-grandparents have shopped with my family. Our service, our inventory, and of course, our low Covert price are the reasons over 1 million customers come back again and again. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Auto Group, Austin, Bastrop, and Hutto.
On game days, you see me running out here with close to 100 other people. It's a team effort. It takes all of us to make UT football a success. It's a lot like you and your finances. You need to surround yourself with the best people in the business. That's where University Federal Credit Union comes in. The UFCU team works hard to make sure your financial game plan is always in shape. University of Texas Athletics and University Federal. So close, we share the same name.
We welcome you back inside the UFCU broadcast booth. Joe Taylor alongside John Nidell. Matt Nader has made his way back down to the sidelines. The rain subsiding. So that means, John, we're going to see probably the playbook open up a little bit. Both teams kind of going to the ground game, or at least a modified version of their passing game with short strikes. The biggest thing for Westlake this time around, 3rd down. It's killing them. It's killing them a little bit less than it has earlier on. But the 3rd down, a big part of what they have to do, not only offensively, but defensively as well.
Yeah, defensively, we saw 2 3rd and longs converted for this Bowie offense in the first half that were both called back by holding penalties. So Westlake caught a break on those 2 drives, really killed the drive of Bowie both of those times, and Westlake needs to avoid those 3rd down and long situations, getting those, the offense converting those, because we saw that against Steele last week. Steele converted a lot of 3rd and 2nd and longs, and Westlake's defense come out, play sound football, and we'll see how they perform here in the second half with a 10-7 lead.
We'll go down to the sidelines, and Matt Nader. Matt, it's a little dry, or at least drier. Your view from the sideline and your thoughts from the first half.
You know, I think, honestly, both teams offensively played well at times and defensively played well at times. Like I said at the beginning of the game, and like you and Coach Allman talked about before the game, I think this second half is going to come down to who wants it more, who's going to be tenacious. Like I said, this game always comes down to the 4th quarter. It's one of those intense, passionate rivalry games.
Matt Nader down on the sideline. Now a little bit drier than he was in the first half, and that microphone's a bit drier as well. So now we gear up, and the stats don't lie. 9 carries for Ben Slaughter, 49 yards on the ground. Sievert has 5 carries, 24 yards. But Brandon Box, the star of the first half, 4 catches for over 100 yards, 101 to be exact, and he has the touchdown grab. His 2nd game in 5 this season where he has eclipsed the 100-yard receiving mark. Now kicking it off from left to right in the 3rd quarter. The second half kickoff brought to you by TicketCity.com. It's a short angle kick, and it'll be received at the 20-yard line here on the near side. And now trying to angle his way out of it for the Bowie Bulldogs. Making the grab on the near side is Tyler. And it will be first down as one of the Bowie upbacks actually lost their helmet on the near side.
Yeah, and Westlake there may have been a little fortunate not to get a personal foul there. It looked like one of the Westlake men on the kickoff team may have ripped off a helmet of a Bowie player, but nevertheless, Bowie gets it first down at the 29.
So it will be first down and 10. They'll move left to right here in the 3rd quarter with the Bowie black helmets with the Bulldog on the side. It'll be Dante Harris to get the call here in the first series. It'll be a zone read play, keeping it and stripping it from the would-be running back, Scott. Harris angling here to the near side in front of the Westlake bench, bounces it outside the numbers to the 37-yard line, and a nice pickup there of 8 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 2, and a big first down play there for Dante Harris.
Yeah, Harris, a nice change of pace at quarterback. He had a season-long 18-yard run in the first half. You can just see it there, the athleticism he brings out of the quarterback position as Eschenberg comes back in the game.
And again, it's been dual quarterbacks here for the Bowie Bulldogs, and we've seen this before out of this program. Now Eschenberg rolling right, throwing right, and that pass is intended on the far side for Bryson Hoskins, and Hoskins watches it fall towards his bench. John Dodd was there, but that one was just thrown over the head of Hoskins, and it'll be 3rd down and 2. Stopping the clock momentarily, Rick James, our head referee, as Bowie in the road white uniforms with the black numerals, the black pants, the black helmets with the Bulldog symbol on the side, the logo, if you will. Westlake in their home reds, red jerseys with blue numerals this season, trimmed in white, the silver helmets with the red Westlake W, and of course the red stripe down the silver helmet and the silver pants. On 3rd down and 2, Eschenberger looking to fire right, has a man. That pass is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Now it looked like Derek Cohen was there defensively, but that one is just a drop by Jake Walton, who has a touchdown grab earlier in the first half. But it will be 4th down and 2 here for the Bowie Bulldogs, and a lucky break there as Walton drops the ball.
Yeah, offensive coordinators Brandon Pittman and Ty Brandon are going to be absolutely sick on that. 2nd down and 2 after a nice first down play. You have a bad throw by Eschenberg over the head of Hoskins, and then just a drop pass there by Walton. And we talked about Westlake's offense shooting themselves in the foot right there. Bowie missing a big opportunity to convert a first down.
Garza has a punt tonight for 59 yards, but it's been the Shanks sometimes here, but he gets a beauty away as it spirals. Now both Westlake Chaparrals fighting for the ball and calling for the fair catch. Ones are wild, but it'll be number 11 over number 1. Rawlings hauling it in. Great concentration there by Sean Rawlings, a sophomore, as he hauls it in at the 25-yard line, where Westlake will take over, moving left to right on your radio dial here in the 3rd quarter with a 10-7 to lead. We're 57 seconds into the 2nd half as we welcome all of you to our broadcast, not only live on the radio but also on television. The replay, 9 a.m. YNN Sports, HD channel 1509 for Time Warner Cable. Now we've got the NFL Network, and of course we've got the Shaps as well. Inside handoff around the 25-yard line and dragging the pile out to the 30 to the 31-yard line, a pickup of 6 yards, and Ben Slaughter just knifing his way here on the near side, right behind that big right side of the offensive line.
Slaughter 9 carries, 49 yards in the first half. Really a good piece of running right there, but it's the offensive line, and it's Silas Connolly who didn't get the start in this game, but he got the big push on that play that sprung Slaughter for a nice gain on first down.
Joe Taylor alongside John Nidell. Matt Nader down on the sidelines. 2 wide receivers to the far side left after the 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Slaughter will take the handoff again. Slaughter bouncing outside, finds a hole just inside the left hash mark. Picks up the first down out to the 40-yard line where he's dropped there. But he stops his pace at the 40-yard line. Nice pop at the end of the play defensively for the Bowie Bulldogs. It was Tyler Walker that came up and hit him. And he gets a good gain out to the 40-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Westlake.
And that drive where Westlake got the field goal when it was raining much harder than it is right now. The rain has subsided. They really ran the football well, and that set up the long pass play, the 41-yarder to Brandon Box.
And now the inside handoff, it will be kept by Jordan Sievert as they run that. Just a little dive play. We're coming down the line of scrimmage from the slot is Ben Slaughter. Slaughter is the gentleman that they faked the handoff to, and Sievert just falling forward outside the 45 to the 47-yard line. Nose of the football in between the 46 and the 47-yard line in Chaparral territory. A 7-yard gain for Sievert. Now pistol to the left. 2 wide receivers here to the near side right. It's John Rhodes along with Patrick Elliott here to the near side. Box to the far side of the field. One-on-one coverage there on 2nd down and 3. Sievert's looking, man-on-man coverage. Box gets a step and hauls it in at the 20-yard line. He's still on his feet, and he's dropped inside the 15-yard line. Wow, what a catch by Brandon Box, and it is all Capel and Box has won it again, this time with a 31-yard pickup and a 1st down inside the red zone at the Bowie 14-yard line.
That makes 132 receiving yards for Brandon Box. One-on-one coverage on the outside. Brandon Box beats his man, and just a great throw there by Jordan Sievert, a little behind him, and an even better throw, or an even better catch by Brandon Box with Connolly all over him.
Sievert in the shotgun formation, and they run a quarterback sneak after faking it to Keith Carter. He's angled his way inside the 15-yard line and gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be no gain on 1st down. 9 minutes to play here, 3rd quarter, as we're just underway. Punting it away on the opening possession of the quarter and of the half was Bowie. This is Westlake's first possession, and they're knocking on the door after that 31-yard pickup. The play of the drive thus far here in the third quarter for Westlake. Two wide receivers here to the near side right. Play action, two-step drop. Firing here to the near side, and it's Chris Canner. Chris Canner at the 10, cuts it back at the 5. Spinning his way into the end zone is Chris Canner. Touchdown, Westlake. From 14 yards out, dipsy-do, dunkaroo, touchdown, Chris Canner. We talked to him a couple of weeks ago as our Shap of the Week, and all he wanted to hear his senior season was touchdown, Chris Canner. Chris, you got it. Touchdown, Westlake.
You can just see the desire on the replay for Chris Canner. We see that every time he gets the football. Just a tough runner, and he has that body lean forward. He's tough to bring down at 218 pounds, and just a great catch and run right there as Michael Barden adds on the PAT.
And it's Westlake 17, Bowie 7. Back in a moment. This is Westlake football.
At age 40, attorney and Marine Corps reservist David Little was the picture of health until the left side of his body went completely numb.
We were on the phone while he was driving home when he suddenly stopped talking.
My dad had a stroke when he was driving me home.
I'm just really glad he ended up at St. David's, South Austin.
St. David's, South Austin saved my life.
Do you know what to do in an emergency? Visit stdavids.com to learn more.
Bedbugs can invade your home via unexpected places, like from a college dorm room or a family trip. Bedbugs are hard to detect and almost impossible for a homeowner to get rid of themselves. ABC's heat remediation process is the most effective non-chemical treatment available. Heat gets rid of bedbugs in a matter of hours with no damage to household contents. With a single treatment, rooms can return to normal use free of bedbugs. For bedbug problems, call ABC Home and Commercial Services, specialists for your environment.
We welcome you back to Chaparral Stadium on Ebby Neptune Field for the ensuing kickoff. Barden lining this one up as he'll kick it from left to right here after the 14-yard touchdown grab by the halfback, Chris Canner. And Barden will drill this one on a line, and it'll roll out of the back of the end zone. The Salon at the Domain scoring drive, 6 plays, 75 yards, capped by a 14-yard touchdown reception by Chris Canner. Canner hurt early on in the year, finally started to come back. We saw him briefly in the A&M Consolidated game. Didn't really get to see much of him in the Steele game because, quite frankly, the offense wasn't on the field all that much. But he comes back with authority here as the first drive of the third quarter winds up in the end zone, courtesy of a nice pitch by Jordan Sievert in his second touchdown pass of the night. But Chris Canter just spinning his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Four-man front here for Westlake, and now the handoff will go to Johnson. Johnson trying to bounce it outside the right hash mark, and does, across the 27 out to the 28-yard line, and he's dropped just inside the 29.
And go back to that drive by Westlake. I mentioned in the first half a nice drive that led to that field goal by Michael Barden. It was a very similar drive to the one that Westlake opened up here in the third quarter. A lot of running plays, success with the running plays, 6-7 yards a carry. And then off of that running play, setting up the pass, the long fade down the sideline, and the difference on that drive, obviously, is they're able to convert for the touchdown.
Second down and 5, and they'll hand it to Hoskins out of the backfield as he came down the field out of the slot position. He's going to wrap up at the huge loss. And it's Alec Cohen who has some words for him, along with Brecken Hager and Hudson Hall. All three of them converging on the play there, and they wrap up Hoskins back to the 25-yard line. A loss back to the 25, and it'll be a 4-yard loss officially, but it looks like they're actually going to rule Hoskins down right at the 26-yard line. So it's a loss of about 3.5 yards. Note there's a football just inside the left hash mark as Brandon Eyrick checks into the ball game here defensively. Now the line judge is signaling that Westlake has called a timeout. We will take it as well. 7:24 to play in the third quarter. Westlake leading Bowie 17-7. This is Westlake football.
At the Vince Young Steakhouse, we take pride that we are 100% locally owned and operated. Every recipe and dish is prepared from scratch with seasonal and local ingredients, ensuring great taste and consistent quality. So whether you're wanting a fine dining experience for 2 or a private dining room for 20, the Vince Young Steakhouse is the perfect place for your next night out. Conveniently located in the heart of downtown at 3rd and San Jacinto. Call 45-STEAK for reservations or visit us online at vinceyoungsteakhouse.com. Vince Young Steakhouse, different from the herd.
Out of the timeout, Westlake has 2 remaining here in the second half, and now it'll be a 3rd down and 8 here. Eschenberg checks back in as the quarterback, and he'll take a 2-step drop. Here comes the pressure, rolls right, throws right, and that pass is incomplete as it goes off the hands of the intended receiver there on the near side, and making a huge pop on that intended receiver is Brandon Irick, and Hoskins comes up maimed just a bit there, but he jogs to the far sideline, and it will be 4th down. Defense came to play here in the 2 opening possessions for the Chaparrals.
Yeah, and Eschenberg not having nearly as much success or efficiency in the passing game. 9 of 11 in the first half, only 66 yards, but was very efficient at moving the chains, getting the ball down the field. So far, Westlake's defense come out of the locker room with a lot of energy, and Eschenberg has had trouble finding open receivers or delivering the ball when the receivers are open.
Right around his own 15-yard line is where Garza will drill this punt. It's a good snap, and here it is, a high spiraling punt. It'll take Tate Shaw to the 38-yard line. Shaw crosses the 40 out to the 44-yard line, where he is popped out of bounds here on the near side, and making that pop is Quentin Miles for the Westlake for the Bowie Bulldogs.
Westlake's offense has a huge opportunity right here, and certainly an opportunity to show some a lot of improvement here in this second half. We saw the touchdown drive, looked very nice, mixing up the run and the pass. We'll see here on this second drive of the second half how far this Westlake offense has really come.
So inside 7 minutes to play here is moving left to right on your radio dial, and of course on your television screen as Patrick Elliott goes in motion. A no-step drop, a pump fake. Now over the middle, it's a wide open pass, but it's low and incomplete. Wide open there for a moment on the far side of the field was Brendan Cox, the 5'10", 162-pound senior, and he had an opportunity up the left seam, and a pump fake did not let the Bowie defense. As we get a good look at the replay here, that pump fake really didn't disparage Tyler Walker from breaking off of Cox's route, and he stayed right with him. The throw just behind Cox and just a bit low, and it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10 from the 44-yard line. Ball along the right hash. Little early movement, no call, and now Jordan rolling here to the near side. Now firing towards the far sideline, and that pass is hauled in and caught by Harrison Lyons for a 1st down. I tell you what, flirting with very limited real estate here in front of the Westlake bench, and somehow Harrison Lyons able to haul that one in with just a hair of room just before the white apron here on the near sideline. A gain of 33 yards and a 1st down to Harrison Lyons.
There's probably one spot that ball could have been put in and have it be a completion. Jordan Sievert rolling to his right, put it in the absolute perfect spot. One of his best throws that we've seen on this season. Just a great play by Sievert. He's really playing some good football tonight.
Power eye look, toss sweep here to the near side. Slaughter at the 25. Slaughter runs over a tackler at the 23-yard line, and Slaughter picking up sizable yardage, and it looks like they're going to rule him down right at the 20-yard line. So it'll be a pickup of officially 7 yards on the play. And you saw those big kick-out blocks here coming downfield. Bobby Dwyer taking on not 1 but 2 defenders as Slaughter picks up positive yardage down to the 20 after that 7-yard pitch. Power eye look yet again in the backfield here under center is Jordan Sievert. Just a straight handoff to Slaughter. Slaughter inside the 15-yard line, and he picks up the 1st down to the 14, just following that right seam right behind his big offensive line on that right side. Will Copa there just throwing guys out of the way.
If you're watching the TV broadcast, you got to watch those toss sweep plays. Going back to the last play and just focus on Jordan Sievert. You have a 6'4", 220-pound quarterback. Why not use him as a lead blocker? He makes the pitch and just turns upfield and goes hunting for Bulldogs. Just great aggressiveness, toughness by your quarterback.
Harrison Lyons split out here to the near side right. Sievert, the quarterback, as Slaughter exit stage left. This time the handoff goes straight up the middle to Keith Carter. Keith Carter inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line, very close to yet another 1st down, as the nose of the football will graze that 5-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and a short 1 as Rawlings comes into the ball game here as the goal line offense, or the Wild Chap offense, if you will, as Rawlings will be joined by Ben Slaughter in the backfield. It'll be 2nd down and 1, the nose of the football grazing that 5-yard line. 1 receiver in the formation here, split out to the near side. They need the play again, does the sophomore Rawlings. They have 10 seconds and the clock moving on the play clock, and just over 5 minutes to play in the quarter. Westlake with a 10-point lead, but knocking on the door on 2nd and 1. Confusion here on the near side, and Westlake is forced to take a timeout, and we will take it as well. 4:58 to play in the 3rd quarter. Westlake 17, Bowie 7. This is Westlake football.
For 102 years, the Coverts have set the standard for car dealers in Central Texas. Hi, I'm Jenny Covert, and your parents, grandparents, and even some of your great-grandparents have shopped with my family. Our service, our inventory, and of course, our low Covert price are the reasons over 1 million customers come back again and again. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Auto Group, Austin, Bastrop, and Hutto.
The Steam Team, your #1 choice for cleaning residential and commercial carpet, tile, and wood flooring, upholstery, air ducts, and more, including 24-hour emergency water and fire damage restoration. The Steam Team is an Austin original, locally owned and operated since 1983. All employees are trained and certified by the Institute of Inspection, Cleaning, and Restoration. We guarantee
And with the handoff going straight up the middle and making their way into the end zone for the 4th time, a flag flies. We'll have to hold on, but Rawlings gets into the end zone for the touchdown. And we apologize to all of you in the radio land. The referee is a little early getting back from that timeout. But Rawlings able to guide his way into the end zone from 5 yards out on 2nd down and 1. Rawlings gets into the end zone, and for Sean Rawlings, that is his 4th touchdown of the season. And Rawlings in from 5 yards out. And Michael Barden again on for the extra point after the touchdown for Westlake.
After the play, we have unsportsmanlike conduct.
It's unsportsmanlike conduct on
after
Westlake
the play,
at the end of the
unsportsmanlike
play.
Conduct. Bowie.
It'll be an unsportsmanlike conduct on Bowie as well. So not only one Bulldog, but one Shap getting called for unsportsmanlike conduct. So those penalties will offset. And a stay of execution for both of those players, at least until the film room tomorrow and definitely the practice field on Monday. But it will be a point after touchdown after the 5-yard draw play to Rawlings. And really when you put those guys in there to run that goal line play, we've seen the Wild Chap work to perfection at times. And really just Rawlings using his athleticism to get into the end zone. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 4:52 to play here in the 3rd quarter, Westlake has come out of the locker room, 14 unanswered points, and it's Westlake 24, Bowie 7. As we go back down to the sidelines of Matt Nader. Matt, just overall, Westlake seems to have a little bit of swagger, but yet to see mistake-free football.
Yep, great job coming out of the half, hitting on all cylinders, really diversifying the portfolio, running left, running right, running up the middle, throwing the ball downfield, short passes, long passes. That's just a great job. Great play calling as well by Jeff Rhodes.
Indeed, diversify the playbook. I like that. Just a little bit of everything from Matt Nader tonight. And we welcome all of you back to the UFCU broadcast booth here at Chaparral Stadium. Joe Taylor alongside John Nidell. Of course, Westlake's own Matt Nader and lifetime Longhorn down on the sidelines as we bring you live coverage of Westlake football here as they open District 15 5A play. 24-7 your score. The Salon at the Domain scoring drive. It was a quick one. 6 plays, 56 yards. Took only 2 minutes off the clock. And a 5-yard touchdown run by Sean Rawlings, his 4th touchdown of the season. Michael Barden with the extra point. The Salon at the Domain scoring drive. Visit their website, salonatthedomain.com, or stop by on your next shopping trip to the Domain Shopping Center. It's right next to Dillard's and right across from Maggiano's Italian Restaurant. And moms, we have got an event for you coming up in the latter part of October that you will not want to miss. And if you're listening right now, we'll tell you more about it as the weeks progress. Make sure you check your email from the team rep, Ann Finley, and we'll be able to tell you more about that get-together and a special event for all of you Westlake moms. On the ensuing kickoff, Bowie able to bring it up the field to the 21-yard line, and right there you get a good look at Westlake's upbacks, and Capel able to get the ball out to the 22-yard line. Check that. It'll be the 21-yard line as they put a new football into the game. That nose of the football just outside the 21 as Bowie continues to move right to left on your television screen and, of course, on your radio dial. 1490 AM KLGO. It's The Word. The Word is Westlake. 3 wide receivers here to the near side left, 1 to the far side right. Going right, and that pass is caught by Jake Walton. 35-yard line as he sidesteps one tackler, steps over a would-be tackler out to the 40, to the 41-yard line before he's brought down there. Nice play in the open field, but a good pass there from Eschenberg to Walton, and they pick up a first down, a pickup of 20 yards on the play.
And a big play there. Bowie needs to get something going on offense. They need to put a sustained drive together. We talked about last week against Steele how Westlake's defense was on the field almost the entire 3rd quarter. Well, they've kind of flipped the script right here, and Bowie needs to stay on the field, give their defense a rest.
Breckenhager making that play now. The handoff goes to Johnson, and Steve Johnson trying to bounce it outside the numbers on the far side of the field in front of the Bowie bench, able to get out to the 43-yard line, so a pickup of 1 yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for Bowie.
And I was making the observation on that 2nd and 1 before, on the Westlake drive, before the timeout called by Westlake, that there were Bowie defenders, linemen on the knee with the head down, just trying to catch their breath, hands on hips, obviously tired. Westlake just running the football, so that's why it's very important for this offense of Bowie to get some first downs and have a sustained drive.
Man-on-man coverage here on the near side, and now going that way to Trent Olson, and that pass is intercepted. It's intercepted, and coming down with it, I said man-on-man coverage, and that time all over it was Carson Spencer, and he hauls it in. Carson Spencer pulling down the interception, and it happened right in front of Matt Nader. We'll have his comments in just a moment, but a big pick there, and John, you just said it. They needed to stay on the field, did the Bowie offense, but Carson Spencer says, oh no, I have intercepted the ball, and it is Westlake football.
Yeah, Trent Olson was the receiver, and just great coverage there by Spencer, all over the receiver, and just a great play. Looked it back for the ball, did not play the receiver, he played the ball, and that's why Westlake now, the offense, back on the field. Just a great play there by the defense, especially Carson Spencer on the interception.
Yeah, Carson Spencer doing a great job there, and we saw the man-to-man coverage here, and it was Olson on Spencer, and Spencer got the inside move and was able to haul in the interception. And for the Westlake Chaparrals, interceptions have not necessarily been a premium this season, but they come away with their 3rd team interception this year. 1st down and 10 from the 26-yard line. The handoff will go to Slaughter. Slaughter right at the gut along that right hash mark as he beasts his way out to the 30-yard line. And I tell you what, for a guy in Ben Slaughter that may be slight of stature, Ben Slaughter really at 165 pounds plays like he's 190.
Yeah, if this Westlake offense here can go up-tempo and just keep pounding that football, they're really going to wear down this Bowie defense. And I expect at 24-7, if they can really put a drive together here, keep Bowie's defense on the field, they'll have a chance to put this game away.
3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Handoff Keith Carter. Keith Carter right up the right side, and he's going to be dragged down there defensively. And in there is Jason Disney. Disney yanking Keith Carter down as he crosses the 32-yard line out to the 33, just outside the right hash mark. Still a good gain on 2nd down and 6 as he moves the pile out to the 34-yard line officially. And it'll be 3rd down and 2. And we mentioned 3rd down at the top of the 2nd half, John. This is a big down for Westlake.
Yeah, it's a big down for both sides. Bowie obviously down 24-7. Defense wants to get a 3 and out here, but Westlake comes out in the I formation, and looks like they might run. If I were to guess, I'd guess the toss sweep, because that's what they usually do out of this formation, but we'll see.
And now the toss to the left side, and the toss goes to Slaughter. Slaughter picks up the 1st down as he crosses the 35-yard line out to the 36, and they get the 1st down by about a half a yard. Again, just a little toss sweep to the left side, and the hole was there just outside that left guard and left tackle. And Slaughter able to pick up the 1st down. Clock will stop with 2:12. Now the ball is down just inside that left hash at the 37-yard line. And it's 1st down and 10 for Westlake as they lead 24-7, 14 unanswered points here in the 3rd quarter coming out of the locker room. Power I look with a pistol formation here to the left. Under center is Jordan Sievert. This time the inside handoff will go to Chris Cantor, and he dives forward to the 39-yard line and picks up about 2.5 yards, if you will, as he gets to the 40-yard line. So it will be an official gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 coming up.
And I love this formation. When they go out of this formation, it seems like the last 3 ball games, I think they instituted that formation about A&M Consolidated game and really had a lot of success. And it seems every time they go to it, they have success until last week, obviously, some drive-killing penalties.
2nd down and 7. Rolling here to the near side is Jordan Sievert. Throws off his back foot, and this one is high. Making the play here defensively on the near side for the Bulldog defense. And Pedro Martinez coming up and making the hit on the would-be receiver here on the near side. It was John Rhodes, and Rhodes got hit as the ball went over his head. An uncatchable ball, no doubt, but still Rhodes still getting that first game cobweb knocked off him there by Pedro Martinez.
Yeah, Rhodes has been injured really all season, comes back this game. He's a guy that can really be a weapon later on the season for Westlake. Used to be a quarterback. He can throw the football. We saw last year a few times throwing the football out of a wide receiver screen.
3rd down and 7. Now looking downfield is Sievert. That pass is caught a little bit behind Brandon Box, but he hauls it in. I check that. It's Patrick Elliott. Elliott just streaking across the field, and he picks up the first down to the Bowie 44-yard line. That's a 14-yard pickup for number 4, Patrick Elliott. And he did an imitation of Brandon Box there, as we normally see Box going across the middle and kind of making those little acrobatic catches. This time he was able to make the adjustment in midair and make the grab for the 14-yard pickup at a first down. 2 wide receivers here to the near side right. And a halfback in the formation is Chris Cantor. To the left is one back. It's Ben Slaughter for Jordan Sievert out of the gun. The handoff will go straight up the gut. No, it's Keith Carter in the backfield, not Ben Slaughter. And Carter out to the 40-yard line. And it's a 6-yard pickup there just outside the left hash mark. And Keith Carter, really the double dose of Carter and Slaughter, just an absolute nightmare for this Bowie defensive front.
Yeah, they're wearing down, but going back to that last third down play, Patrick Elliott, he had his best game of the season by far last week, continuing it with a nice game here. Had some trouble dropping the football early in the season, has fixed those issues, and really can be a great weapon in addition to Brandon Box on the outside.
2nd down and 4. They streak in Slaughter from the slot. Now Sievert's going to have to run with it at the 40, inside the 35-yard line to the 30. Still on his feet as he bounces it outside the numbers, and he steps out of bounds inside the 25-yard line at the 24. First down yardage and more for Jordan Sievert. That's a 16-yard pickup and a first down for Jordan Sievert, one of the longer runs of the season for Jordan, and that is where the feet of Sievert will really cause some havoc in District 15-5A.
And we've seen Jordan with some power runs this season. Right there, showed off the wheels around the outside. Great run by Sievert to pick up the first down.
9 seconds remaining, third quarter. 2 wide receivers to the far side left, 1 here to the near side right. It's Josh Latham that's checked at the ball game as the lone receiver on the short side of the field. First down and 10 at the Bowie 24-yard line. A back on either side. It's Cantor and Slaughter and Sievert in the shotgun. And now just a little confusion on the handoff and the zone read, and Sievert's going to keep it himself inside the 25, down to the 20, and he just lowers his shoulder as he angles his way just outside the right hash mark down to the 10-yard line. Wow, what a brilliant run. That's a 14-yard pickup and a first down, so rugged running for Jordan Sievert.
He almost broke out of the grasp there. I think it may have been Miles Dixon. Almost broke out of the grasp. Looks like it could have been a touchdown, but into the third quarter.
And it will start with Westlake at the 10-yard line, 10 yards away from another touchdown. We'll take a timeout. Third quarter in the books. Westlake leading Bowie 24-7 live from Chaparral Stadium. This is Westlake football.
That is one of the benefits for us, is that we've played good football teams, and this isn't going to be the first one that we've played. And you know, it would be nice to you know, maybe have someone who's not a top 5 team right before and allow our kids to grow up a little bit as we go through the season, but that's just not reality in 5A anymore, not in the good programs. And I'm glad we're ready. I'm glad we've played who we've played, and it's not going to win the game for us, but it certainly has gotten us more prepared than we would be otherwise.
This winter, prepare to be amazed as Elisa's Dance Academy and the Westlake Symphonic Orchestra come together to perform a variety of holiday favorites. For the 8th year, audiences will be astounded by concert-quality music and dramatic visual effects in a stunning production perfect for all ages. Join us December 6th, 7th, and 8th as the Westlake Technical Entertainment Crew and Lexus of Austin present the Nutcracker Spectacular.
We welcome you back to Chaparral Stadium here as Westlake will come out in the final quarter here from the District 15-5A opener. Westlake will move right to left on your radio dial and on your television screen, and of course on your Shap app. 2 wide receivers here to the near side of the field, 1 to the far side of the field, and the modified pistol to the right, and a handoff straight up the gut. Bouncing it inside the 8-yard line down to about the 7. And it's Ben Slaughter coming out of the pile there, and Slaughter just angling his way down. And the Chaparrals will set up 2nd down and goal from the 6-yard line.
Westlake's offense really has been in a rhythm all second half. They've been able to run the football very well. Jordan Sievert has looked good, efficient, and what's been missing? The drive-killing penalties so far.
Power eye look at the backfield. Under center is Jordan Sievert. The handoff this time will go straight up the gut. Ben Slaughter trying to get in from his 2nd touchdown of the year, and he's dropped right at the 1-yard line. And poor Ben Slaughter, he's just trying to get into the end zone. Really, that second effort was there and just unable to plow his way in. And now Keith Carter will get a spell as he will come in for Ben Slaughter here on a 3rd and goal. And the ball just outside the 1-yard line along the right hash. A goal line play here, but the difference, Rawlings not in the ball game. Sievert will take it under center. Power eye look here to try to go up 21 points here in the 3rd quarter. And now the handoff to Keith Carter. And Carter is into the end zone. Touchdown Westlake. 21 unanswered points. And this 3rd touchdown of the 2nd half goes to number 21, Keith Carter. Ben Slaughter doing some dirty work, and Keith Carter getting the glory into the end zone for 6. Touchdown Westlake.
You see Garrett Willis right there. Didn't get the start, but makes a nice block there on the outside. Locked up his man, and Carter was able to go right off his right hip and into the end zone.
And Barden will be on for the extra point try. Zucker's deep snapping for Patino, who is injured. The snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:47 to play in the ball game, it is Westlake 30, Bowie 7. Back in a moment, this is Westlake football.
On game days, you see me running out here with close to 100 other people. It's a team effort. It takes all of us to make UT football a success. It's a lot like you and your finances. You need to surround yourself with the best people in the business. That's where University Federal Credit Union comes in. The UFCU team works hard to make sure your financial game plan is always in shape. University of Texas Athletics and University Federal. So close, we share the same name.
The UT Tower to the north and east of Chaparral Stadium here, nestled in the hills of Westlake, as we welcome all of you back to live coverage. And the ensuing kickoff will be fielded by Capel at the 10-yard line, out to the 15-yard line, to the 20, out to the 25-yard line. Will be brought down right at, and I say that's actually for the Bowie Bulldogs. One of the return men there, and actually will be. So again, we take a look at some of the stats, but the Salon at the Domain scoring drive, 12 plays, 74 yards, took 4 minutes and 52 seconds off the clock. A 1-yard touchdown run by Keith Carter. Sievert has 244 yards passing. Ben Slaughter 93 yards on the ground. And tell you what, Brandon Box having a heck of a day. 5 catches for 133 yards, and of course that touchdown to lead the ball game off. First down and 10 for Bowie here. Eschenberg, the quarterback of record, and he'll hand off to Scott. Scott, actually it's Johnson that actually gets the call there, out past the 25 to the 27-yard line. A pickup of 2 there for Steve Johnson.
I'm feeling Coach Allman, the post-game interview, going to be a little happier after this second half. The second half that Westlake has put together. Obviously, they have to finish with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Defense has played solid, pitched a shutout so far in the second half. The offense, though, the running game, the passing game, very efficient and mistake-free football by the Westlake offense.
Second down and 8, Eschenberger looking to pass, fires downfield, has a man wide open, and that pass goes in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, John Subia. Subia coming up without the football. John Dodd and Carson Spencer celebrating there in the middle of the field as that pass intended for Subia, but Subia cannot make the grab. It'll be third down and long, and that's one thing that the Westlake defense has done tonight. They have put Bowie in situations tough for them to overcome. Third down and long. Bowie has helped themselves out as well by committing penalties on third down, holding penalties that have really cost them. We saw a lot of that in the first half, but Bowie now with a tough third down and 8, down 31-7. 3 wide receivers to the far side left. Eschenberger looking to the near side of the field, and that pass is intended here on the near side. And Steve Johnson just running a go route here on the near side. He was supposed to turn around right at the 35-yard line, did not. And very lucky is Eschenberg that that ball did not get turned over.
Yeah, clearly miscommunication there on the route. There was a Westlake defender down there. I think it was Derek Cohen who was sitting on that route, and it was Cohen. So I don't know if that ball could have been completed even if Johnson had stopped at the first down marker, but obviously miscommunication there between Eschenberg and Johnson.
My apologies to Bowie's intended receiver on kickoffs, Wes Higgins. We've been actually calling him by a different name. It's a 5-yard penalty that makes a 4th down and 8, 4th down and 3. Changes the game slightly there as an illegal substitution on that play. The passing play here to the near side where the intended receiver is Johnson. It's not going to change the outcome, but it will be 4th down. And Caleb Garza back to punt. The snap is clean, and here comes the punt. It's a good one, an end-over-end punt. And calling for the fair catch is Tate Shaw. He makes the grab, make that Sean Rawlings. Rawlings actually making the grab there at the 35-yard line. Ones on ones here from our vantage point as Tate Shaw and Sean Rawlings just begging for an opportunity to run, but that time Rawlings no room as he calls for the fair catch, and it will be Westlake football. 21 unanswered points out of the gate here in the second half. 31-7 your score, 9:50 to play in the ball game. Let's go down to the sidelines of Matt Nader. Matt?
Joe, it's become obvious down here on the sideline that the atmosphere and momentum is on the Chaparral side. Just a great job. I think that Coach Rhodes and Coach Allman are really going to be pleased when they see this film tomorrow, especially coming out in the second half on fire, offensively and defensively. You know, just to point out, Judge Finley, Silas Connolly, even Chris Carter, the halfback, getting pancake blocks, just putting these guys on the ground. It's become obvious that the line of scrimmage is being won by the Chaparrals. They're really tiring these boys out.
Chris Canner with the first down call, and he picks up positive yardage down the left seam out to the 41-yard line. A pickup of 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Or check that, it's actually Alex Chavez. Alex Chavez getting the call there. So Alex Chavez testing that hamstring. 2 wide receivers to the far side right, 1 here to the near side left. 31-7 lead. And the handoff will actually stay with the quarterback of record, and it will be Jordan Sievert. Sievert just trying to angle his way out to the 45-yard line and pick up the first down, and he does. That 6'4" frame, and he picks up the first down to the 46-yard line. First down, Westlake.
And you love the tough running by Jordan Sievert, but in a 31-7 game in the 4th quarter, you'd like to see him protect himself just a little bit more, taking a shot here right just on the thighs, near the knees, but nevertheless, a first down and a good run there by Jordan.
And now Jordan Sievert, as he calls plays here in the shotgun. The handoff will go up the middle, and this time it's Elliot Condos. Condos down the left hash mark there out to the 50, and inside the 50 down to the 49-yard line. And at the 49-yard line, it will be Westlake football. That pickup of 6 yards for Condos sets up 2nd down and 4. 8.5 minutes to play. 2 wide receivers to the far side right. Sievert still in the ball game as the quarterback. We're seeing a couple of guys get some opportunities here with 2 wide receivers split out wide to the right. 2nd down and 4. Clock moving here. Pistol to the right formation here off the left hash mark. And the handoff will stay with Alex Chavez, and Chavez still on his feet, bounces it outside the 40, inside the 35-yard line, and down to the 32 as Chavez is chopped down from behind. They're actually going to say Chavez's knee hit right at the 33-yard line, and it's a pickup of 16 yards for Alex Chavez, and that hamstring seems to be just fine after the first down run of 16 yards for Alex Chavez.
Yeah, at the beginning of this season, Westlake obviously had a lot of injury problems with Canner out. Carter was out for a couple games at the beginning of the year. It was Chavez that was the starting running back. So now those guys are back. Chavez starting to get healthy. This Westlake backfield really starting to show its depth.
Hunter Matlock with the play. This time the handoff staying with Alex Chavez, and this time Chavez making it back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of about a half yard on first down. It'll set up 2nd down and a short 11. Checking into the ballgame for the Westlake Chaparrals is Christian Faken. Faken catching his first opportunity to play here as he jets out to the left side of the formation here. Now just a little bit of confusion as Harrison Lyons will check out, and now a flag will come in, and Lyons just a little confused by the and that's the second one here in the 4th quarter, and it's just an idea where you're trying to figure out if you're on the 2-deep chart or you're on the 3-deep chart, just trying to figure out which personnel formation you have to check in on. Lyons got a little confused there, and that was the reason for the penalty. Now we've got the right personnel in on the play for Westlake. And for Westlake, we'll see Christian Bartley split out here to the near side left. 2 wide receivers, Falken and Hartley. As Falken is lined up as the slot to the left. 2nd down and 16 after the penalty. The ball marked at the 40-yard line. Now a bad snap, but whistles blow before the snap actually occurs. And this one will be a false start, as Rick James will let us know.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, 5 yards, still 2nd down.
So it will be 2nd and 21. And again, those penalties as we get some of these backups in here. Guys getting an opportunity to play here late in the ball game, especially on offense, as we get a look at Judge Finley still on the field as one of the offensive starters.
And that's one time that you're happy for a false start penalty, is that ball, a grounder past Jordan Sievert about 10 yards behind him.
It will be 2nd down and 21. Now the ball marked at the 44-yard line. The Chaparrals need the 23 to pick up the 1st down. Under center is Jordan Sievert with 2 wide receivers here to the near side left. And the formation in the backfield leaning towards the left. And now just a straight handoff right at the gut. And Elliot Condos diving forward back to the 41-yard line. Picks up 3 yards. And it'll be 3rd and long here as Falken checks out, along with Christian Bartley, in favor of new personnel here for offense. It actually looks like Falken will stay in and slot to the left with 1 wide receiver split out wide to the left on 3rd down and 18 from the 41-yard line in Bowie territory. Here's the 3-step drop. Going right is Jordan Sievert. And that pass is almost caught at the 19-yard line. Going downfield and trying to make that grab was Zach Dansby. And Dansby almost had that reception. And we'll get an opportunity to take a look at the replay here on the television side. Just a quick little 2-step drop. Firing right was Jordan Sievert. Ball didn't come out as well as he thought. And just missing the opportunity there on the far side is Dansby. So it will be 4th down, and they're going to send out the punting unit here as Tate Shaw will come on the field. Nathan Zucker as well, as along with Michael Barton to punt this one away.
Yeah, and the rain has started to fall once again. Not quite as hard as it was falling in the 2nd quarter, but may have had something to do with that throw by Sievert.
And here's the coffin corner punt here, and the opportunity for Barton to kick it inside the 5, and he does. Nice punt there by Michael Barton as he angles it perfectly out at the 4-yard line with 96 yards of pay dirt in front of Bowie. This is the opportunity when you're up big in a game, 31-7, John, to work on things. And if you wanted to try a coffin corner punt, that was the time to do it. And Barton executed beautifully. 1st down and 10 for Bowie at the 4-yard line.
And the great thing here for Westlake, you go many years past, and non-district play has always been a time to build your depth and get guys in the game. They haven't been able to do that the first 4 weeks. So now, finally, 31-7, middle of the 4th quarter, you start building some depth, getting some different guys some experience.
2 wide receivers here to the near side right. It's just an inside handoff and driving the back into the backfield. And getting the call, I believe, was Joe Davis, the fullback. He got the opportunity as the rain starts to fall a bit harder, but they're going to say Davis's forward progress was stopped at about the 1-yard line. So it will not be a safety, as some of the fans that have remained here braving the weather. It'd actually be a gain of, or a loss of 2, excuse me. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Shotgun formation here, 2 wide receivers each way. Eschenberg just trying to get it out, and does. Pass caught at the 9-yard line there on the left hash, and a nice job by John Subia to make that grab at the 9-yard line, just to give a little bit of space there for his offensive unit as Subia jogs back, and he'll take his place as a receiver here to the near side right, completing a trio of receivers to the near side right, 1 to the far side left on 3rd down and 4. Here's Eschenberg looking left, throwing left, and that pass is caught by Subia at the 20-yard line. It's good for a 1st down as he runs out to the 25-yard line, brought down at the 26 as he's sandwiched there. Michael Edwards also getting an opportunity to make a pop on Subia, but it's a pickup of 15 yards and a 1st down for John Subia.
Yeah, Subia, a really good-looking athlete. Back-to-back plays to Subia over the middle. and just real quick passes, short drops for Eschenberg, and he's able to fire over the middle. Nice passes there.
Spread offense, 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. A floater picked up in the air and almost caught, but a nice job defensively there coming across the formation. Just nicely done. I believe it's Bennett Huddleston on the far side of the field. Just came right across. And the ball floated on Eschenberg just a little bit, and Huddleston was step for step with the intended receiver, and it was Olsen that almost came down with the ball, but just a last-stitch uppercut from Bennett Huddleston jarred that ball loose, and it was an incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10 from the 26. In hustle mode now are the Bowie Bulldogs. 2 wide receivers each way. Play action. Eschenberg firing across the middle. That one just a bit overthrown, and it's incomplete. Intended for Subia. There with the coverage is Canyon Mansky.
Been really impressed by the Westlake defense and their coverage tonight in the secondary. We saw a couple of broken coverages last week. They played the ball really well, but better yet, they've been in position to make those plays.
It'll be 3rd down and 10 here. 31-7 your lead. 44 minutes and 21 seconds to play in the ball game here on a rain-soaked Ebby Neptune field on a night where they honor Ebby Neptune and all of his family here. Homecoming, if you will, for the Westlake Chaparrals, and now the first quarterback sack getting into the backfield, and a nice job there. Coming in is Brandon Irick. He'll get credit for that sack along with Daniel Aidman, the sophomore. He was in there as well to create the pressure. The pocket collapsed, and Irick was the one that brought him down. A quarterback sack there on Eschenberg. 4th down for the Westlake Chaparrals on defense. They have held true before this drive, John. 3 3-and-outs and an interception for Bowie. That is all the offense that the Bulldogs have mustered here. And, of course, they get from the 4 out to the 20-yard line here. But that is all the offense for the Bowie Bulldogs here in the second half. Hats off to these not only first-teamers but second-teamers as well. A floating snap, and Garza gets this punt away. It'll angle left and actually hit one of the Westlake upbacks. He juggles and catches it here on the near side, and it was Rawlings. And how about that concentration? Rawlings just trying to get up in the air and grab it, and it actually went off his fingertips, and he was able to come down with the football. Tell you what, Rawlings will turn your hair gray a little bit, but so far he's skated on thin ice, but no cracks just yet.
Yeah, he's one of the many impressive sophomores on this Westlake team, but that's one of those short punts that just takes a bad hop, and it's, you know, he's in the middle of a group of Bowie Bulldogs, and he has no choice but to just snag it out of the air and get down. But right now, Rawlings in the game at quarterback. Westlake with 3.5 minutes left, looking to milk this clock.
And we'll get a good look at some of the reserves here for Westlake, and Sean Rawlings being one of them, built out of the mold of Lewis Gilbo, and this is exactly what Gilbo would have done a couple of years in a row for this Westlake Chaparral offense. Is just a little bit of a run play as Rawlings using his speed and athleticism to pick up 9 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 1, and just shot out of a cannon is Rawlings, and you can tell this sophomore is glad to touch the football.
Yeah, and he takes a shot here from the linebacker, Zach Cans, and falls forward. You wouldn't expect Rawlings to be that strong of a runner at 5'11", 170, but certainly laid the boom there on the linebacker for Bowie.
2nd down and 1, ball marked at the 43-yard line in Bowie territory. Pistol to the left, shotgun formation, 2 here to the near side left, and the handoff will go straight up the gut. And getting the call and falling forward to the 1st down at the 39-yard line is once again, I believe, Alex Chavez getting the call there. Chavez picks up the 1st down and promptly exits stage left. Actually, no, I believe we, on that particular carry, yeah, you're right, it is Alex Chavez as he just kind of spins his way forward, just right behind Bobby Dwyer, and falls forward for the 1st down at the 39-yard line. 1st down and 10. Bartley in the formation as a receiver here to the near side left. Now Rawlings with a clap of the hands, and here's the snap out of the gun. This is a zone read, and a handoff will go here to the near side. Angling left is Ben Slaughter. Slaughter at the 30, inside the 20, and dragged down from behind at the 15-yard line. No, it's Keith Carter, not Ben Slaughter. And Keith Carter picking up huge yardage inside the 16-yard line, and it's a 23-yard carry for Keith Carter. And we're going to have to start watching number 24 and number 21 as they are bouncing back and forth. Fresh legs in the backfield, and this time it's Keith Carter. And we're starting to see Keith Carter's injury heal up as well, as back is his Bryce Dolezal-ish speed. 2 wide receivers to the far side right, 1 here to the near side left. Zone read. Rawlings up the gut, bounces it outside to the 10. Rawlings to the 5, trying to turn the corner, and he does. Sean Rawlings in for the 2nd time tonight. Punch your ticket to the win column, Westlake, as a touchdown run by Sean Rawlings seals the deal here for homecoming. Touchdown, Westlake.
And one of those Bowie defenders there at the 5-yard line. You see him here on the replay. It was number 25, Dylan Rodriguez. Looked like he had Rawlings in his sights, and then Rawlings just made a right turn and blew right by him. Shows the speed there. Caught Rodriguez by surprise, and he strolled into the end zone.
Michael Barton on for the extra point. The snap down, the kick is good, and with 1:53 to play here in the ball game, it is all Chaparrals. Westlake 38, Bowie 7. Back in a moment. This is Westlake football.
At the Vince Young Steakhouse, we take pride that we are 100% locally owned and operated. Every recipe and dish is prepared from scratch with seasonal and local ingredients, ensuring great taste and consistent quality. So whether you're wanting a fine dining experience for 2 or a private dining room for 20, the Vince Young Steakhouse is the perfect place for your next night out. Conveniently located in the heart of downtown at 3rd and San Jacinto. Call 45-STEAK for reservations or visit us online at vinceyoungsteakhouse.com. Vince Young Steakhouse, different from the herd.
At age 40, attorney and Marine Corps reservist David Little was the picture of health until the left side of his body went completely numb.
We were on the phone while he was driving home when he suddenly stopped talking.
My dad had a stroke when he was driving me home.
I'm just really glad he ended up at St. David's, South Austin.
St. David's, South Austin saved my life.
Do you know what to do in an emergency? Visit stdavids.com to learn more.
And we welcome you back to a rain-soaked Chaparral Stadium as the rain is picked up here. It let up a bit in the third quarter. What a third quarter it was. 21 unanswered points, and now cruise control are the Chaparrals. And we're getting an opportunity to see some of the reserves come in here. Getting an opportunity to kick off. It'll be a short kickoff here for Michael Barton. And it'll be fielded here by one of the Bowie upbacks, and for the Bulldogs. And making that grab here on special teams is Mac Magara. Magara getting the opportunity to make that grab on just a pooch punt here, and no doubt, or a pooch kick, I should say. Let's go down to the sidelines and Matt Nader. Matt?
Just a completely different Chaparral team this week. Really proud of the guys coming out in a homecoming game, starting the district off with a wonderful win. Coach Allman's going to be very pleased. I'm really interested to see how proud he is of his team at the post-game interview.
Yeah, defensive domination, and you'll hear that in just under 3 minutes. With 1:52 to play here in the ball game, we'll get an opportunity to see a little bit different look at quarterback for the Bowie Bulldogs. And getting an opportunity for Bowie is Jordan Gilman, the senior quarterback, as he hands off and inside and makes his way out to the 30-yard line. So he does get back to the line of scrimmage. It looked like Jack Meredith actually lost his helmet there. Tate Shaw checking in for him momentarily as Meredith jogs off the field here to the near side. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 after the no gain. Just wrapped up immediately there. The ball carrier was Higgins, and Higgins just wrapped up by a couple of Westlake defenders as he gets back to the line of scrimmage at the 32-yard line.
And it's really just great to see Westlake put together a solid and complete third and fourth quarters. We haven't really seen that this season. And make no mistake, this Bowie football team, they're a good football team. I would say no doubt the third best team in this district.
2 wide receivers each way and some issues here, and it looks like it's going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Rick James agrees with us, and that's what happens when you get a quarterback that doesn't have a whole bunch of experience with Gilman. And Jordan Gilman just trying to get some mop-up duty here with his team trailing. They have not gotten into the rhythm, to say the least, here on offense in the second half. And we mentioned before that brief drive that started at the Bowie 4-yard line. It got out to the 20, and that's really the only offense that the Bowie Bulldogs have mustered here. They've managed to only pick up 16 yards of total offense here in the second half before this drive. And now a snap goes over the head of Gilman. Gilman's going to have to cover it up back to the 8-yard line. So again, the guns going off here, and all of the bullets going right into the feet of the Bowie Bulldogs. It has just been a disastrous second half for the Dogs. They'll have to regroup because their road doesn't get much easier. They go to Lake Travis. How'd you like to start your District 15 5A play out with those double barrels? Westlake at home, and then you get Lake Travis at Berger next week. And Lake Travis playing Austin High this evening. And really, both teams on a collision course for that November 2nd game right here at Chaparral Stadium, what will be the home finale in the regular season.
Yeah, the next 3 opponents for Westlake really have struggled this season, so it's going to be an opportunity for Westlake to work on some things, gain some more confidence, especially for Jordan Seaver.
And that will do it as the clock winds down. So the final play will be a bad snap. And it goes over the head of Jordan Gilman, the senior, who dives on the football at the 8-yard line, and that'll be all for the Bowie Bulldogs and the Westlake Chaparrals. Your final score on Ebby Neptune Field on homecoming night. The Chaparrals do not disappoint with back-to-back home losses. They split Steele 35-10 last week. This time it's a bit different story for the Chaparrals as they take care of the Bulldogs of Bowie 38-7. A shutout defensively. We'll take a quick timeout, and of course, we'll come back and get the post-game thoughts of Darren Allman. All that and more coming up after this 1-minute timeout. This is Westlake Football.
For 102 years, the Coverts have set the standard for car dealers in Central Texas. Hi, I'm Jenny Covert, and your parents, grandparents, and even some of your great-grandparents have shopped with my family. Our service, our inventory, and of course, our low Covert price are the reasons over 1 million customers come back again and again. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Auto Group, Austin, Bastrop, and Hutto.
On game days, you see me running out here with close to 100 other people. It's a team effort. It takes all of us to make UT football a success. It's a lot like you and your finances. You need to surround yourself with the best people in the business. That's where University Federal Credit Union comes in. The UFCU team works hard to make sure your financial game plan is always in shape. University of Texas Athletics and University Federal. So close, we share the same name.
We welcome you back to Chaparral Stadium live in Austin, Texas, where rain plagued the majority of the ball game, but in the third quarter, the rain would subside briefly and allow the Chaparrals to really get on a rhythm. In homecoming, you got an excited ball club where once there was a lack of confidence, now there's all kinds of confidence as Westlake takes care of their District 15 5A opening opponent here at home. Bowie 38-7 your final score. Matt Nader waiting patiently for the head coach of the Westlake Chaparrals, Darren Allman, and you got to hand it to not only the offense. Yes, that's the explosion that we're going to talk about. 38 points, and coming off what is a series of losses, 3 in a row, if you will, and just a really big confidence booster. And no more than confident in his ball club was our pregame conversation with Darren Allman, who is now on the sidelines here just behind his team with Matt Nader. Matt?
On winning the district opener, winning the homecoming game. Wonderful second half, coming out 28 points offensively, defensively, shutout. Talk to us about your thoughts on your team.
I'm so proud of them. You know, we can't linger on it too much or for too long because, you know, we're in district play. But like I told you when I walked up, it sure feels good to win and to feel normal again. You know, we've had such a struggle the last few weeks in the second half, and for them to come out and finish like that, and Bowie's got a good team too. And so I think that's indicative right there of the schedule that we just got through playing and the importance of those lessons that we've learned. We've played good enough people and learned lessons that, you know, I think it's just made us better. And real proud of them. You're seeing people grow up right in front of your very eyes, you know. And we could end up being a pretty good football team, but we're going to have to get over this and make sure that we don't let people pat us on the back for too long and then come play better next week.
That's exactly right, Coach. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you very much. Matt Nader down on the sidelines, back up in the UFCU broadcast booth. Joe Taylor alongside John Nidell. John, it's not like the road gets any tougher per se for the Westlake Chaparrals, but important games down the road. And I know a lot of people would like to look forward to November 2nd, but next Thursday against Aikens at Berger Stadium, we've seen that team improve time and time again, but a lot to build on from the win tonight against Bowie.
Yeah, you could just get the sense that there's a sense of frustration after the last 3 weeks, and then at halftime here, 10-7, but really the second half, there's just a sigh of relief that you can just sense from the Westlake team that's going to be there all week. Just like, okay, we're okay, we're doing well, 28-0 in the second half. We got a few games that we can really work on some things, and then November 2nd, of course, everyone's going to point to that game, but first things first, like Coach Allman said, don't get too high after this win. You got things to work on as we go on through district play.
while you can actually forget about the non-district season from a record standpoint and what it means for playoff implication, you cannot forget about those lessons learned, which is exactly what Coach Allman said in our post-game interview. We will be back with you live on Thursday night for the kickoff with Westlake and Agins, the second installment of District 15 5A play. For John Nidell, Matt Nader, Brian Ferguson, our statistician, and of course all the good folks at Shaps TV, we will end our television portion of the broadcast right now. But as we leave you with the sights and sounds of a homecoming win, your final score, Westlake taking care of Bowie and avoiding back-to-back home losses as they defeat the Bulldogs of Bowie 38-7. On Ebby Neptune Field from Chaparral Stadium, homecoming is very good indeed. Until next time, this is Westlake Football.